All right. Hi, we're live. We're plus one shot. We play in D&D in a fantasy Greece setting. Fantasy Greek setting. That's the one. I mean, it's the same
Fantasy
thing.
setting that's greasy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No. Ugh.
A greasy strangler.
I mean, no. Anyway. My brain just went pew 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 to a bunch of like, haha, that's funny. Oh no, that's terrible places. But yeah, we play D&D, and we're gonna do that right now. Apparently, somebody has an announcement.
Yeah. I mean, it's not an actual announcement. It's more just like it was a Friday. Biz Marquee passed away. I'd like to take a moment of silence for the clown prince of hip hop. Thank you.
Oh.
I think you would appreciate it.
It was super
Yeah.
bummer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when we poured out a Mountain Dew when
For
Gary
Gygax
died.
that one
Yeah.
time, yeah,
Yeah.
he would have appreciated it.
Mm-hmm.
That was
And then, much like any traditional D&D thing, I one-shotted the monster that you designed after him.
Yep.
Oh no.
It was like a couple years ago. My roommate Zach and I drank a 40 on the anniversary of when the lead singer of Sublime died.
All right.
And since I can't think of any music puns, what are we doing, Michelle?
Well, the first thing that we're gonna do in this episode is recap what we did in the last episode.
We threatened a Kelpie
Mm-hmm.
because
I
they
mean,
wouldn't get the fuck out of here.
that was pretty. Yeah, that was pretty cut and dry, but
Yeah.
not exactly inaccurate. Where did we start last episode? Do you guys remember?
Well, we went to jail,
Went to jail.
Yeah, you just want
but then
yourself
we
to
told
to
them
jail.
why
Alright.
we were in jail, and they let us out
Yeah.
Kinda,
on the condition we find a bottle thief, which I guess that poor man in charge of prison system must have really just been having a rough week.
It's a small town. They can't hold 6 prisoners at once.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Plus, I don't think
festivals going on. Go
even
Yeah,
if they didn't have
exactly.
enough cells, I think you and I would take up most of the room in one cell. James.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Being the Minotaur Theros and the Goliath Galatea, or I guess she's an Oread? Oread Galatea. So
Mhm.
yeah.
The thickness of Team Dummy Thick.
Hmm.
And the dummy, like,
I'm a
One-
dummy.
Yeah, he's a dummy. I'm intelligence 12. I'm not that dumb. I'm not book smart by
Smarter
any
than
means.
the average person.
Mhm.
Smarter than the average mountain.
That's
So, yeah.
disparaging to other mountains, James.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
so our team walked themselves to jail on, God, I can't remember my character's name's request. Nestor.
Nestor.
That's his
Nestor,
name.
yeah.
Nestor.
The
Nestor was
tubes.
like, you guys, you can't just kill my friend who apparently wasn't my friend. Let's go to jail and see what they have to say. And you guys were like, all right.
And then at
Yep.
jail they said we could, in fact, and it was fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Turns out you can.
Just kill anyone if you got a good enough reason.
turns out if somebody shoots you, you're allowed to beat them to death with your hands.
Yep.
Yep.
And or Eldritch Blast.
Honestly,
Splash.
that's pretty impressive. Somebody tries to shoot you, you just like, it's pretty impressive.
It's okay, we got him.
Yep.
So yes, as they said, the constable guy decided that
Uh-huh.
he needed some help catching a, of all things, bottle thief. So you guys went and checked out the wine stand, I think, and talked to the snooty guy and the not snooty guy, and they really didn't have super lot to tell you. A couple of not snooty guys' things have been stolen, but eh. So you went on your way to, I guess, HQ Beach,
Yeah.
where you discovered...
Some
Like
garbage in the
trash.
water.
Yeah, it was trash.
And what was attached to the trash?
Like a horse or something.
Like a
Mm.
horse
The
or
hippocampus.
A water horse?
The hippocampus.
Wait, something like a... Yeah.
The hippocampus being attacked by 2 apparently giant, but not
Jellyfish.
giant Jellyfish.
Yeah.
Angry jellyfish.
Yes.
And he was like, no. And they were like, jelly.
Yeah. That's what jellies do.
Mhm.
Jelly.
So we helped the horsey man, and then we talked to him a little bit, and he was like, guys, I'm looking for this bottle. And we were like, are you taking bottles? And he was like, I am not stealing things. However, bottles have been going missing, and I have been looking in them, and then when they're not what I need, I throw them.
I don't need this anymore.
Accurate.
And then we tried to ask them what they were looking for, and they refused. And I think their consensus was, how can we help you if you won't tell us? Tell us or we'll kill you, because then the problem will be solved anyway.
Did you say to its face you would kill it? I think
No,
you
I think
whispered
I
that.
was. Yeah, I was talking to. I think I was whispering to Mirror, Denitra's character.
But I
Yeah.
do think the
'Cause she
through
was the
line.
one.
I think the through line of it was, hey horse, we would rather help you than hinder you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, horse.
But if
And
you're
the
going to
horse
do
was like,
nothing but
"I-"
hinder us, our job is just to stop the bottle thief.
Speaking
So.
of Mirror, clearly we are missing our lovely Mirror today. She's not feeling super good, so she's gonna sit out, but she'll be back next time, most likely.
Don't worry, everyone. If we get into combat, I will be also playing the part as Mirror as well as Galatea. You won't be able to tell the difference.
No, not even at all.
James, I thought you were an actor.
I'm sorry, what?
Since when?
Don't put that even on
We're
me.
gonna do Daddy 2 screen again. It's gonna be great.
Oh my god, I should have done that. I didn't think about it. Crap.
Please
Okay.
no.
Oh wait, it's too late. But yeah, that about sums up last week's episode. So, if you guys wanna, I think what you decided to do was give the hippocampus, whose name was Pico, an hour to decide if they were gonna be helpful to you or not. And in that time, you were gonna like maybe go to a tavern, get a short rest, and I think Charles's character was gonna stay.
Yes.
Alexos.
Mm-hmm.
So, go.
Okay. Then, yeah. Nerus is going to head back to the tavern.
Same with Mirror and Galatea. Get our drank on. Well, or our relax on. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
What are Theros and Delilah up to? Gonna stay or gonna go now?
I think I'll go with.
Okay.
Just because I'm curious.
I think Theros will stay. He doesn't trust this horse.
Okay.
This horse is gonna try to get away.
This horse is not to be trusted.
Right. So 2/3 of Team Surf and 2/3 of Team Turf head to the tavern, leaving their remaining thirds to watch horse / Pico.
Mm-hmm.
I guess let's do whatever tavern group wants to do first. Would you like to have any interactions while you're in the tavern, or how you want to do this?
Well, I'll probably, buy like a round of drinks for everybody, and then use this time to take a short rest. Bandage any wounds that I had and whatnot.
Mirror would probably let's see, what does she use as her instrument? She has a lyre, so she's going to tune her lyre and just start casually playing and seeing what's going on around the bar. And Galatea is going to get a drink fill for her mug, which I believe is dollar refills at this point. Sorry, lira refills at this point.
Totally. It's Wing Wednesday.
Yeah, but her mug is just, she bolted a thing onto the side of her cask.
I say it's just a barrel
There you go.
with a handle on the side.
It's a barrel with a handle now.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh yeah. You just sling it around onto your back when you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dilly would just wander straight up to the bar, just ask for like what's on the house today, what's the house special, and nurse a drink and just listen to everybody's gossip around her because she just wants to know what's going on in town. No, I'm gonna listen specifically at the bar. Mhm. Yeah. Mm. Oh, just here for the special festivities. Um, no, she's both. So okay.
You found that tavern. Nice.
Mhm, mhm, okay. Do I see who that voice belongs to, or is it just kind of like in the atmosphere? That's okay. 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 Can't quite place it.
Oh,
Roro. I'm watching
Oh,
now too.
my audio was gone because uh, I muted myself so you couldn't hear Philip talking.
Aha.
Can you hear me now? Good. I did it. Sweet. Cool. Thanks. Crap.
So how much do you think we missed?
Probably just that there were a couple of stories at the tavern about other bottle thieves. Somebody actually saw something, but at this point, you guys know who it is, so big deal. And then Delilah also heard one of the shopkeepers from Adras's manor complaining that they needed to visit a nearby mine, but that no one would go with them because there were strange sightings inside.
Mhm.
That's really
Okay,
all you get.
that's cool. So
Anybody else?
just
Okay.
yep.
So then I'll probably just sort of look around and do I notice anybody? Not notice people. That's not the word I'm looking for. Like a bulletin board or a like people looking for things, lost puppies, found snakes. I don't know what.
Found snakes. Not in this particular establishment, as far as you can tell. It is a bit crowded, though, because, festival.
Is there anybody or any group playing music up on a stage of some sort, or just a quiet?
Currently, no. You can hear music from outside. Pretty loud, pretty close. You imagine it's probably a festival thing. And so they just didn't
And
bother.
and Mirror just kind of strumming.
There you go.
Cool.
What you listening to music for? You're like,
I'm just curious. Sometimes, taverns have a bard that plays music.
And this time it's Mirror.
Yep.
You need a
you-
bard for that. Duh.
a bard.
I did not do that, but you did, and actually, that might be where the word derivation comes from.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Although, didn't they call them like public houses?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Bards are in bars.
Public house. That would be not a good name. All right.
Well, thank goodness we didn't have to come up with it.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Galatea up to anything?
Galatea is looking around, just seeing. Is everybody in our group kind of scattered at this point? It sounds like Dilly's at the bar and Nereus is kind of roaming around. Mirror's sitting there strumming. So if there's nothing going on in particular, Galatea is going to see if there's anyone interesting to sit with her giant drink. Which they
Okay.
probably didn't fill all the way, because it's a keg. So if they didn't have a full keg, she's SOL.
They just gave you like a bunch of ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, they iced it up so bad. Oh,
Gotta say no ice.
yeah, I know. Oh man, that was my life as a child. No ice, please. The thing's already cold. I know the trick.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyhow,
She's
Give
like,
me-
"Whoa, it's like little rocks made out of water. That's cool."
somebody from the mountains has never seen ice before.
No, but like not. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Ice takes a freezer or something. I don't know. Probably seen ice
Or
that's like
mountains.
not
Yeah, high
cubed.
elevation.
Ice, yes. Cubed, probably not.
Oh.
Be like,
Also,
oh, that's
ice
cool.
in your food? What?
What? No, yeah. Why would you put? But that makes it cold. That's strange.
Okay. You
What
can
about a
roll me
gazpacho?
a perception also?
I will roll you a perception check. Thank you. I'm so good at these. Hold on.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay.
A 14.
14. Looking around. Did you go into any of the shops, Galatea? I feel like you didn't.
I feel like I hung around, but I also feel like I kind of.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm gonna say it depends on the shop. Which one was it?
I can't tell you that.
Well, all right then. I don't know.
No, the shop with the tools. Did you happen to? I don't think you did.
Like
It's
the blacksmithy one?
Furthest
The first
to
one?
Yeah, furthest one to the left.
Oh no, not the furthest one. I was bugging out by then.
Okay. That's right. You were like, I'm just gonna look around the perimeter now.
Mhm.
Goodbye.
Listen, they were having a lovely time talking to people, and I'm large and tend to be noticeable.
All right. Then even with your pretty good roll, you don't necessarily notice anything in particular that's like familiar.
Okay. Then I'm just going to interrupt on a group of people and ask them what they're talking about and just be generally largely ignorant and obnoxious.
Okay. Can you just roll me a random d20 then?
Is that
Absolutely.
because you're large?
Yes. Largely obnoxious. Not largely obnoxious as in like a descriptor, like I'm
Mhm.
actually big.
Just being obnoxious while large. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah, sorry. Thank you for the clarification. A 4.
A 4. Okay. You, in your largitude, decide to just pop down at the end of one.
Oh no.
What?
No, go ahead.
Pop down at the end of one long bench
hmm
with a set of people.
hmm
I know why you're worried, but don't be worried.
Okay, good. I'm like, not chairs again. My nemesis.
No. Don't be worried for that reason.
Be worried for other reasons.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. No, you sit down and basically like bump somebody over with your booty as you slide onto this bench right at the
She
end.
is rather Calipigian, yes.
Yes. And they all kind of stop and look at you. They've seen, nymphs before, but perhaps not your brand. And they're
I
most
set
of
my
them,
mug down.
yeah, most of them are kind of taking it back for a second, but kind of go, it's a party. That's fine. They're drinking. It's not okay. And one of them finally, there's three of them. Two ladies and a guy, just kind of like you'd imagine someone at Coachella, but Greek.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and they
So Coachella, Cherrychella.
yeah, there you go. One of the ladies speaks up and is just kind of like, "Hey, how, what's up?" But not you. Sorry, not like. Just, hi, how are you?
I've been told that I should reply to that with the sky, or me. But I will say I've been having a lovely time at this festival. How are all of you? And she just starts conversing with them.
She the one that spoke up looks immediately relieved when you're like, the sky or me, right? Yeah. She's like, oh, thank God. You can just see, oh, thank God, like, going
Was
on
that
her
a tall
face.
joke?
Yes. I mean, it's been good. And then the guy next to her kind of pats her on the shoulder, sees how flustered she is. Yeah, we're having a good time. We're just drinking, you know. And he's obviously the more drunk of the two of them.
Oh my gosh, me too. You know, because like when you fight jellyfish and then you have to keep a guy from murdering you, it's a crazy day, right?
And they give each other a look. Like, you fight
That's normal.
jellyfish?
She like looks around. That's normal, right?
No.
Oh.
What, murder a guy? And they all kind of like,
She didn't say that. She said a guy tries to murder you.
oh, that's it. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
She has picked up on that idea not being normal, but
Okay.
she figured maybe people do try to kill other people just in general.
Okay.
So
So yeah, they're like, are you okay?
oh yeah, no, like my shoulder's a little sore, but that's just, you know, when you get shot with an arrow.
Should you be here? Or maybe like a clinic?
Oh, I'm fine, you know, magical beings and being made of a mountain and all that. So it's gonna heal right up. I'll be good. How are you guys doing? You had anybody try to murder you today?
All three of them just like fast shake head. No, no.
Oh, well, that's nice. You didn't have to fight like any like, you know, weird jellyfish or talk to a horse either, right? Because that would be weird. Who would
Two
who
of
would have to
them,
do that?
yeah, two of them are definitely still like, what? The other one just starts laughing.
And Galatea will like try to pick up and be like, yeah, that'd be so funny, and just like goes into her big cup real quick for a big swig and sets it down. No, but like, and she'll talk about the two vendors who
Yeah.
were selling drinks, and like one of them was really uptight, right?
the first one who hasn't said anything yet, kind of like, I'm gonna let you finish, butts. You said you're okay, but are you like, are you sure? Is there a murderer here somewhere? What?
Oh no, he left.
I left? So he's still around? Maybe?
I don't think so. I think that he's not going to be a problem anymore. I talked to the police, so whatever we would call the police in this, the centurions.
Sure. No, that's
Yeah.
Roman.
Okay, I don't know then. I talked to
Whatever.
the polizia.
The guards. The guards.
The guards, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
there we
I
go.
talked to the guards and told them about him, and it should be fine now.
Okay. All right.
They said that the issue was resolved,
Okay.
and so I feel a lot better
And the
because
guy
I was
just
worried.
speaks up in the middle, and he's like, "Are you a performer? Is this a joke? Is this a show?"
I mean, hold on, let me see. I'm good with drums.
So you're not
And
like a
just start.
comedian?
What? No, no. I am a performer though. I was going to be in a show. And we were going to be on stage, and but it's kind of a secret. I shouldn't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
And she immediately smacks her hand over her mouth.
You can't. All right, you can't talk about. Gotcha. So now they all think that you
Yeah,
are
shh.
just making stuff up. Like this is a show, part of the whole festival.
There we go.
So they all seem much more at ease suddenly, and just kind of keep talking, keep going, ask you dumb questions.
Yeah, answers very dumbly because she is new in town.
At some point around this, I'd like to sort of walk up behind Galatea and be like, "Hey, Galatea, would
Hey,
you
these are
like
my new friends. Name.
would you
Or if
like
I
to
don't.
come back to the table with myself and Mirror?"
Oh, yeah. It was lovely to meet you all, and you will see me around, obviously, because
The guy thinks this is very funny. Just Mwahaha. And the girl who at first made the height joke accidentally like slaps him. Like, shut up.
So Naris is just like, "Well, it was great meeting you. We'll be on our way."
they seemed really nice.
I'm sure they did, but you shouldn't really be telling people all of this stuff. It's a little dangerous.
Why is that?
Because uh, it's
The guard guy said we weren't in trouble, so I mean, I figured it was fine.
not so much that we're not in trouble, is that they're not going to like press charges for the trouble that we caused.
Well, if they're going to try to
different.
charge me for it, I don't have that much money. We haven't split up what we found yet, so.
No. Okay, yes. We'll just go with yes. Come on back to the table. What do you
Okay.
say?
Yeah. No, I didn't realize we all had a table for ourselves. I thought we were all kind of doing whatever. Sure. And she'll follow you back.
Yeah, it's just I figured it would just be myself or Neighbors and Mirror would be sitting at a table since
I'm sure if you asked Mira, she would go sit with you. Yeah.
The three at the table that Galatea went over to talk to,
Mhm.
just like, bye, see you at the show. They think this is going to be a thing that they
And I go,
can
no,
attack.
shh.
Excellent. Up at the bar, the part-time help finally comes back out. You've been waiting
Yay!
a
yes,
while.
Dilly has. Yes.
May or
She's
may not.
actually starting to like. She's gonna have some bad stuff to say about this place.
Yeah. So this kid is just kind of, so we ran out of almost everything as far as food goes. I found, and they like, just kind of lay out a bowl of a couple of apples. Like, I found these, but also like, we have this stuff called tequila on special. They said it's an import.
All right. Well, she looks at the apples and she's like, "I'll take all of the apples. That's awesome." And then she's like, "And what is this? This
Tequila.
Tequila. What's it made? Oh,
tequila.
yeah, she's tequila. Tequila. She's like,
Tequila.
I'll
Tequila.
try it. How's it served?" And she's like, she puts her like drinking horn on the counter. Is it?
Yeah, just fill my cup. It'll be fine.
They don't really understand your question. How is it served? They're like, I put it in the cup, right?
She's like, sure, fill up.
So they do, and they brim that thing off, and clearly don't have any idea like the potency of this or what they should be charging you, because they charge you the price of like a pint of ale, and they let you go.
And whatever for the apples, she'll take like the whole thing that he brings out and be like, all right, and then she's gonna.
All right.
So she has her drinking horn of tequila.
Uh-huh.
Looks around, finds her friends, and she's like, hey! And then starts wandering that way. So.
Do you think a drinking horn of tequila is kind of rare? I would think it
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. She hasn't tried any yet. She's just waiting until she sits down. So she's like walking very carefully. Like the apples or whatever, because they can get bruised. But she's like making sure nothing splashes. So she has no idea what she's in for. All right. Yeah. So she'll make it to the table and kind of like split up the food. kind of toss that, and then she'll just I need to roll
Iris thanks
something.
you
I need to
for
know
the,
if she's gonna
apple.
sip or if she's just gonna take a gulp.
I too need to know this.
I want this for you.
I know.
Okay. All right. So it's roll / space 1d20. Okay, if it's 10 or higher, she's drinking a gulp. If it's 9 or lower, she's taking a sip.
All right.
Oh shoot!
Well,
That's not
you
how I
need
do
to
it.
put the yep.
I did.
Slash in
How do I
front
do
of
it?
roll.
Slash then roll.
Oh, / roll. 1d.
Everything else was right. Well,
No.
Oh,
She takes a sip. She takes a sip.
does she?
the tiniest little sip, or
Just a
do you
little bit.
accidentally spill it all the way down your damn gullet?
No, critical fail. She like takes a sip and it goes into her nose.
Oh.
Yeah!
Oh,
Oh God, I hate tequila so much.
All right. I mean, I was just saying she's gonna sip or gulp, but yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's
good.
up to
You're
you.
good doing whatever.
Up to you. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she can do that and get a sniff and a snort. Cough for a little bit. She didn't get any in her, except up her nose.
Oh.
Okay. Shakes it off again, and then she goes for another sip, just to kind of get the taste of it. I don't know if she's gonna like it.
It sure is tequila.
Well, I mean, she likes most drinks though, so.
Do you need to roll to see if she likes it?
I am.
Okay.
This will be just a percentage. I'm doing a percentage one, just on how much she. No, she probably will like and drink any alcoholic drink. Like is a soft word. Is how much she will want to go back for more.
Hmm.
I don't know. She finds it pretty decent. She's okay, but she's sipping this thing. I think she recognizes the potency.
Nehru's
All
asks,
right.
what is it? Because he can smell it from across the table.
And then she says, tequila drink. I don't, never heard of it before, but would you like to have a sip? And she's just gonna like
sure.
lean in and go, it's stronger than wine, man.
Sounds good. And Nehru's will
Right.
just take a small sip.
Yep. Pass off that horn.
Everybody getting
A lot
tequila, drunk
stronger
at the
than
bar.
wine.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you like that?
And I go, it's drinkable.
I mean, it is a liquid, yes.
Yeah, 71 is like a D. We're clearly in like Tommy gun filled with tequila. Like
No.
alcohol.
But it's
Stop.
above
Level.
a 50. It's above a 50.
That's true. It is above
I'm
50.
so mad that you're bringing that up.
This is not
You're
aristocrat.
welcome.
That was the worst tequila. Yeah.
Oh, it was so bad.
This isn't bad tequila, but
Okay.
it's not good tequila either.
Yeah. This was not plastic bottle grade tequila. This is
Yeah.
more like lower, not the lowest shelf, but low, but still a glass bottle. Maybe a recognizable label. But no reserve or especial. So
This is the kind that has a creature floating in the bottom of the bottle.
Not on
I
purpose.
think that's not. Yeah.
If it's being
That's-
passed around, I feel like Mirror would like take a sip, a small sniff of it, and just be like, no.
All right. What about our big mountain girl?
Oh heck yeah, she'll be like, okay, let me take a look, and she just takes a decent sized sip. Well, what would be decent size for most people, but it's like a shot for her. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's kind of earthy. I like it. Passes it back to you.
Okay.
Tingles.
All right.
It tingles.
Tingles. It burns like
Alright.
hell.
Mm.
All right. Dilly knows who her drinking partner is going to be.
Con 16, baby.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna pass on just that, didn't hear anything new concerning like our hippocampus buddy, the hippocampus buddy, but that I did overhear behind me somewhere, someone was talking about problems with the mine. So like if we can figure out this water horse situation and get a little bit of money, I think we might have another job, since like we're actually like gelling pretty good. So
And then we won't have to pay the guard captain off for the charges. I look to you, Nereus.
Billy looks really alarmed, like, wait, he didn't say we had to pay him for anything, did he?
The charges with the charges, they've been dropped. Probably if we can figure out who this person is so that we can move about our business.
Billy relaxes. Okay. All right. Well, we know who's doing all the stealing, but we don't know who's telling her to do all the stealing. Them to do all the stealing.
Yes.
I like how you like converse between each other. The charges, the charges that were dropped, and you both go, okay, yeah, but don't explain it to Galte.
Nope.
I still think we owe somebody money potentially, and I'm just like, I'm very poor. I don't. I could like work.
How do money work?
And if I can use this in my favor to have him pay me, that'd be great. Well, have Galatea pay neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
You're a
I'll
bad
pay
kid.
off your part. You just give me the money. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Bad kid.
He's a bad child, but he is a warlock. So I mean, what do we expect?
Yeah.
You guys have anything else you want to discuss or look for while you're in the tavern?
Who's got the big shiny rock?
Mirror.
Mirror
I mean-
has the...
Mirror. Okay, so I'll save that for another time. Because I think Dilly is the only other one who knows about the big shiny rock.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Yeah, I'll save it for next game.
If you guys are just going to hang out for a bit and get your rest in, then let's go back to the beach.
Yes.
Hello, beach friends. How art thou doing?
Hello.
Learn how to surf.
Yeah?
Resting.
No, it's not going well.
How? All right.
Resting and watching the horse.
Just watching the horse. It's wandering around a little, but mostly in like a pacing, thinking type,
Mm-hmm.
slightly distressed way. Are you guys going to try and talk to it or just watch it?
Couldn't we not talk to it? Wasn't Mirror doing all our communication because she's a druid?
No.
Or she had animal speak?
No, that was
Yeah.
Dilly.
I was Dilly.
Dilly.
Yeah, it was Dilly. I have to remember the wording of it again. Like, I can't really talk to it, but I can kind of talk at it.
Mm-hmm.
Did we leave Did we take the interpreter with us?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you said you
Oh,
guys were
right.
going to a tavern.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what's gonna happen.
Animals, tavern. So hard to pick.
Yeah, I can communicate simple ideas with beasts that can breathe water. They can understand the meaning of my words, but I can't understand them in return. So I could talk at him.
If you want to.
Which I will if he approaches me. I'm just trying to give him space. Honestly, we threatened to kill it, and I think it knows that. I'm not sure.
I don't think
Nah.
so. I don't think it heard
Right.
the threats. They did happen in its vicinity, but I think it
Sure.
was.
But it was in like
Well,
Minotaur
Alexis
talk.
is like, I'm gonna give it some space. It's had a weird day. But if it, looks too distraught or it comes towards him, he will engage. It's not like he's trying to ignore the thing.
Yeah. It does look sort of not necessarily like but very very weirded out by the whole situation and really like stuck as to what to do. So
Mhm.
as it paces around, it thinks about like looks at Theros and kind of like, I don't know, that guy snorted at me. I don't know. And it kind of wanders a couple more circles, looks at you and like does this guy look trustworthy? Do these guys look trustworthy? I don't know. So you see it, both of you probably see it, like looking at you every now and then, like, and you don't really necessarily know why though.
Yeah, Theros is just like watching it, also like just drawing in the sand with the haft of his great axe, just like resting like the blade against his shoulders, like just drawing like angry circles, pretty much.
Angry circles.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
know the
you've,
Just like
you've
drawing a little
you've
horse and
drawn-
then letting the axe head fall in its neck.
Damn.
no,
Thought they
nothing
called
so
angry
overt.
circles squares.
Oh. You express your anger in squares, is that what I heard?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, you can be different. You know, it's like kicking a rock, right? It's an angry circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get it.
It
But
doesn't. Go ahead.
if
Okay.
if it's just kind of looking around, Alexos will kind of let his mind wander, because that thing is kind of cool. Would really look cool if it had armor. So I don't know how the communication works, but I can like send one way. So I just want to kind of send this like wistfully childlike drawing of Alexos riding that thing to it.
And it kind of stops and does a head tilt and looks at you like, huh? And it kind of does that like cat thing where it like lowers its head and like gets closer, like what's going on? Even like the nose bounce, like the what's going on over here?
And Alexos just shrugs. I don't know how to talk to it.
But I don't know. I guess it seems overwhelmed by the idea. Like that's very personal, and you just told me all of that.
No. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? It's kind of stalkery, maybe. But I wanted it to be kind of like, you know, what you draw in like your Trapper Keeper in the early 90s. Like, oh no, I'm just riding a Pegasus because I'm so cool. Like that, yeah.
We're not even on a first name basis. You want to ride me?
Right, exactly. Right, you gotta toe the line. You gotta make the idea first, kind of like Inception.
Sure.
Not too close. It's just kind of a doodle, as it were.
Does it come across as a doodle? Like how
Yeah,
badly
exactly.
drawn is this doodle?
Yes, very badly drawn. How I would draw it.
Okay.
So incredibly badly.
All right. Well, it kind of just. It's like, well, at least one of them is talking to me, I guess, and it plops down in the sand next to you and kind of does the whole like hand on feet thing. If a horse can even do that, I don't think a horse can do that.
They can.
Do what?
Okay.
They can tilt under their front hooves.
Okay.
That's what you're talking about,
I see
right?
what
Like a
you-
cat.
Sure. Yeah. And it looks up at you and kind of goes, which isn't super helpful in speaking
No.
at all.
I guess the only thing that I can do from there is go send like a picture of an empty bottle. Like what I think he's looking for.
Mhm.
So like a very fancy, crudely drawn bottle. You know, he tried to do the sheen because it's made out
Ah.
of glass, but it's not very good.
Okay.
He clearly doesn't understand like artistic fundamentals.
It lifts up its head and kind of pokes at your arm, like, yeah, bottle. You got a bottle? It like tries to see if you have pockets. Look in the pockets. No pockets.
Yeah, I just said he said it's like a piece of paper with a big question mark on it. And he kind of looks around too, pantomime.
Hmm. So it's like a wear, I guess.
Yeah.
And the horse shakes his head. Hippocampus shakes his head. It's like I don't know what it is. Can't find it. Looks like wistfully, woefully over at the boxes that didn't have the stuff he was looking for. And
Well,
horse
at
shrug.
At that point, I'll just kind of yell over to Theros. I think it understands me, but I don't know what it. I know what it wants. He stops himself. He's like, no, I know what it wants. I don't know. Are we gonna kill this thing? Can it hear that? He says out loud.
I actually forget. Did we decide last time it can understand everybody when that thing was active?
When
I thought it was talking mostly through Dilly.
Yeah, through Dilly.
Yeah,
And Mirror could listen to it, I think.
Let me just double check on
Maybe.
this guy really quick.
Yeah. And then we see Common. And then, whoops.
Yeah. So the Kelpie is different because it's a plant,
Yeah.
not an aquatic creature.
Mm-hmm.
But a hippocampus.
Campus.
Kelpie can't what
Hippocampa.
campus can.
I like it.
But yeah, Theros just looks over, he's like, we didn't want to, but it's not helping us help it. And our mission was just to find out what was taking bottles.
What if we just take him to another town?
We could do
It's
that.
like when you catch a possum in a trap and take it like 5
Yeah.
miles out so it doesn't come back.
Yeah. Here you go, buddy. Look for bottles over here. It's fine.
We'll be able to hide them until we can leave town, or
Oh, I'm getting horrible images of, like, the boys and a dolphin right now.
Uh-huh.
With this Kelpie. If you've seen the show, you know what I mean, maybe. But yeah, bad things. I don't know if I want to transport this thing.
just
It can walk. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah.
and you could just swim away.
Yeah, it's true.
Literally just get in the fucking water and be like, all right, moving along the coast.
Yeah. It's just gonna keep doing this, and it'll kill some people in town, probably. Like, it's just so confused. If someone gets mad at it, you know.
So are you saying you think we can lead this horse to water?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That was good. I liked it.
Did we technically lead it away from water?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, technically we did. Yep.
We did pull it out, yeah.
Mm. But yeah, that's all Exos has. Like, I don't know what this bottle is. I can't get anything back from this this thing. But maybe we can distract it, like take it to another town, or it won't help us. So I don't know.
And so I can think of, like I said, it's either get it out of town or kill it.
In the middle of this conversation, especially like when it hears the kind of you're trying to do kill it, like it gets a little bit suspicious. It stands back up and it I guess you don't really clop if you're on sand, but it like clops over to you, over to Theros, and like looks down at your angry circles and falls at the edge with his hoof. Well, what are you doing over here, punk? Look on its face.
You want to go?
You want to go,
Stay.
horse? I'll fight a horse. Just like real life.
Suplex the
horses.
horse, just grab it by both front hooves and
You might have better luck as a Minotaur.
Yeah.
Yeah. It comes over, it's plotting my circle, just gonna reach out and like try to just like touch its nose.
It's kind of does the
Boop
whole
the
like
snoot.
Yeah, boop in the snoot.
thing a little bit, but it's pretty close up, so it doesn't get far enough away, and you do boop it. It's just kind of like. So it right in front of you, it kind of does like a weird shimmer globby thing, and it turns into like a I want to say small child, but it's not like small. It's like maybe like 12 height. Not quite full height teenager, but smallish.
Mm.
Reaches out with its little green finger to boop you on your snoot.
just there, it's just like,
What just happened?
do you have vocal cords now?
And it makes a terrible noise. It's kind of like mom.
I put my hand over his mouth. No,
Nope.
no, not doing that.
Well, I knew it was magical. But the armor's gonna have to look a little different.
Oh no.
I mean, it's too small to ride now, right? You just be.
You know exactly what he's talking about. Oh.
Now he's just like a squire. That works. That's good.
It's gonna give the campus just like a piece of the driftwood, and then just like, and then just start drawing circles in the sand, and be like, "How about it?"
I thought you meant to eat for a moment. I was like, why?
You know, forcefully they put anything in their fucking mouths.
Yeah,
just
there you
like
go.
just like children.
Yeah.
It does, in fact, when you hand over the stick, kind of go, and it's like goes to hand it back to you because it's not food, and it's just kind of looking confused at you.
He's just like, he's pretty much just some of the extra wood he's been like setting out to dry so he can break down for kindling later.
It starts shuffling around in the sand and kind of gets the idea of what you were doing, and like its head goes, oh, and it comes back over and like grabby hands for the piece of wood and starts to just draw stuff.
Okay.
It draws a bottle. But you get the feeling that when it draws this bottle a second and third time, and it looks very similar, that this is the shape of the bottle that it's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a particular style of bottle, not just like a random wine looking like a beer or wine style bottle.
Yeah, although it does look pretty similar to just your average wine bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more rounded at the top.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
And by the top, I mean below the neck. So it's like neck rounded and it goes down.
Like a 2 liter.
If the bottom
a
were a little
longer
bit
neck.
more tapered in.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's got a big curve at the top.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Okay.
Fancy bottle.
big, but it is differentiated.
Yeah.
I'll take the edge of my axe, and I'll draw a circle around the bottle, and draw an arrow at it, and then one of the bottles right next to it, I'll kind of draw like little waves on the inside, and then draw an arrow pointing towards the inside of the bottle, and then tap one, and then tap the other.
And it just kind of looks at you like, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, okay.
But it
No. No. Playing Pictionary.
Yeah.
No talking.
You're ruining it.
Goes over to Alexis. He's like, stop! Don't
Mhm.
touch my face. Goes over to Alexis, draws the same bottle, points at it.
Oh, you said you could do your mind, right?
Yeah.
Just try to figure out if it's what's inside the bottle or if it's a outside bottle.
Okay. So Alexis tries to send, a good Tumblr gift this time. So, a little bit too compressed.
Okay.
Really weirdly clipped, loops horribly. Of, like the bottle.
Takes a while
And
to
then
load. You're in the wrong app.
Yeah, exactly. And it tips over, and then, something comes out, but it's just a question mark.
And that's when it starts to look nervous. It's like,
Okay.
maybe like scratches out the bottle a little bit, like.
Oh, okay.
Drops a stick, turns back into a horse, winds around a little bit.
I should have sent the GIF. What's in the box? That would have worked better.
Mhm. Classics.
Yeah.
if you guys want to roll for me,
Sure.
I guess insight?
Yeah, it makes sense.
That does make sense.
I'm not saying that because I'm a cleric.
What's with this insight check, Theros?
What do you mean?
It's got wisdom.
Dummy thonk, more like it.
Well, no, we're philosophers, okay?
Yeah. Because I don't read books. I mean, I don't know how the world works.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I don't have any intelligence. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I have -2 into intelligence. Dummy.
the both of you get the impression that this thing that it is looking for is in fact inside the bottle, and it got so caught up in trying to play this game of how do I talk to these guys that it forgot that it wasn't supposed to tell anybody what was in the bottle.
Okay.
We still don't know what's in the bottle. We just know that he's looking for a bottle specifically with a goop inside, with a specific goop.
With a goop.
Yeah.
Specific goop. Oh, it's extra virgin olive oil. Solved
Yeah.
it.
Should be
Just
easy
one of the
enough
best
to find.
EVO.
God damn it.
Exactly.
Well, you know, Alexa says aloud, well, it's not an empty bottle, probably.
Well, we can narrow down our search. And, I mean, he drew the same type of bottle a couple times, so it's obviously something somebody has.
Hmm.
You guys want to try and do any other interacting, any other searching, anything?
No, Alexis is just trying to figure out how to lead this horse to another town. It's like that seems to work. That seems fine. Yeah, we could do that.
On the like other side of the boxes from everybody, it turns back into a child and just starts doodling in the sand. Like this is something that it hadn't thought of to do before and is very entertained by it. It moves on from bottles. It's not very good at anything but bottles, though, so you're not sure what else it's doodling. There's a couple of blobs. They might be the jellyfish. If you guys are done, then we can have everybody meet back up here now.
Yep.
Unless you guys have anything else you want to do.
No, I was just
think
gonna
I'm
prank the
good.
kid.
Are you guys taking a short rest?
Just gonna what,
Yep.
Charles?
Oh no, I was just gonna start sending him images of Alexos to see what he would try and render Alexos as.
Oh. Fish.
Draw
It
me,
does
draw
not
me.
matter. Yeah.
It's good, it's good. Alright.
Paint me like one of your French fish people.
Exactly.
France isn't that far away, theoretically. Fantasy France.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Francis-y.
This
Yeah.
is suddenly a like a Busch Gardens type deal where you go from country to country. Alright. Then everybody comes back to the beach. You, those of you who are at the tavern, find the hippocampus is a little green child doodling in the sand.
Happens.
How did you let the horse get away?
You know, happens.
Is the so
Billy
whole-
just looks at the green child and then goes, "Who's that?"
The horse.
is the
Oh.
child naked?
No, I guess not. It understands clothing and kind of made some.
Like a sack or something.
Yeah.
Like a potato sack.
Loincloth.
Toga or something. Yeah.
Right.
How long does the spell thing that you were using last? To speak with the
Spell
hippocampus.
Not a spell.
What was
The
it?
only spell that was cast, I believe, was Mirror Cast, Comprehend Languages, which she does have.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
it.
Dilly-
That's
Dilly,
why the
Dilly
thing-
can just talk to stuff because
Yeah.
Dilly is a magical fairy
yeah.
satyr.
I'm a fey druid that talk to any beast. Any beast.
That's how the hippocampus understood when you guys were
Yeah.
talking before. That's what it was. I'm like, I'm sure
Yeah.
it understood before, but it doesn't now. I don't know. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Dilly going off to get a drink is what stalled everything.
Translator. Yeah, we may do
They're like,
with that.
here, you guys talk to it.
Pictionary.
We're gonna go. Take all listeners with us.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Dilly will go.
Play charades on the
Just-
beach for an hour.
Well, I mean, she'll just go down and just like pop a squat like right next to the little one and be like, "Hey," and then she's gonna like offer some of the tequila.
With her with her tequila breath, she's like, "Hi, kid."
She's been sipping. It's probably only like an inch or two down, so I'm doing good. And she's like, "Got something interesting to taste. You want to try it?" And then offers
she-
the drink more into the.
Does
Yeah,
she
she offers
recognize
it.
the kid, or?
Well, because she asked who the kid was, and Thero said it's the hippocampus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It like
Still green,
leans,
but okay.
it leans towards you and does kind of like the animal nose wiggle, trying to sniff. Doesn't really get that. That's not really how people do that.
So Dilly's like, okay. So she's just gonna like sip a little bit and just kind of go.
It's fine.
Little, like, smack the lips here.
Are
Shrugs.
you giving hard alcohol to a minor?
I mean, those rules
was a
don't apply.
horse.
We're in ancient Greece. Also horse.
It was a horse, so
How's it gonna mine? It doesn't have thumb. Wait, it has thumbs now.
Preteens drank wine in ancient Greece, right?
Yeah.
Everybody
Um,
drank wine in ancient Greece.
everybody drank at least watered down wine or versions of ale, just because regular water was generally like dirty.
Yes, I
So
agree.
They
But
drank
again,
fermented stuff.
hard
so-
liquor.
Yeah, it's a horse.
You don't know. You don't know. So it
It's also dilly. I mean,
it seems
What, people
mildly
come in
Mostly
size?
water.
yeah.
Even though with its sensitive nose, it's like, wow, that smells like burning.
Yeah.
It still wants to try because Dilly is the one who's been the nicest. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
I'll try this thing she's offering me, and
You can trust her.
yeah,
Certainly.
Horses do like alcohol
has a little sip.
How do you know that?
because I had horses and they used to steal our beers all the time.
I mean,
Not even kidding. We'd be working in the back and we'd leave out open beer bottles on the stone wall. We'd come back, see the horse do one of these,
wow.
I guess it is just fermented grain.
and then
right?
just leave it and walk.
Wow.
Horses are assholes and
That's true.
thieves.
It is just grain. You're right. It knows.
Mhm.
You look really kind of disgusted, Charles.
No, I never thought about it.
Yeah.
Just one of those things.
So it takes the teeniest little sip with its teeny little child mouth, and its nostrils flare in a way that are almost unnatural for a person. And
Mhm.
Oh, just thinking of huge nostrils on a child now, just like.
ooh, yeah.
Yep.
And it looks confused for a second, kind of smacks its lips and doesn't hate it. Kind of
Okay.
leans over like, because you
little
can
bit
still
more?
talk to it, right?
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, can I get another? I'm not sure how I
It is-
feel.
And I go, yeah. She's like, sure, just drink it slow. It's actually a little on the stronger than I normally drink side. So.
Takes a
She's
another
like,
little sip.
Galatea over there took a big sip.
For a big girl.
Mm-hmm.
Takes one more little
Mm-hmm.
before it hands it back, trying not to be too greedy.
Yeah. Yeah,
And he's
she's
like-
fine. She shares.
It's kind of tries to start to talk, and I guess everybody else hears right?
Yeah,
But-
just yeah.
Theros just like puts his hands over there. He's like, "Oh, not again!"
but
And
Dilly
and
hears.
Dilly just
Yeah.
Dilly just understands it and just kind of like, yeah, nods, and then we'll talk normally back to it. So,
Oh, sorry, everybody. You
or
get to
no,
hear-
actually, we'll probably mimic the sounds back just because she can. So, yeah.
Now there's
Yes.
2 of them.
Excellent.
So what's this conversation that
It's like
the
don't.
I'll ask, but like, do you have a name?
Pico. I told you before. His
Pico.
name was Pico.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Pico.
That's fine.
So Pico, and she like does like a encompass like all of you. It's like, is this your normal form?
And it doesn't seem to understand the concept of form.
Okay. Do you normally have 4, and then she just kind of like shakes her arms and legs, or are you always in the ocean swimming like a water horse?
Oh, yes. And it points over by into the water. Yes. I swim.
Okay. There you go. Did someone teach you how to do this? And points at her again, or the whole body again.
It kind of no.
It's something that your kind can do.
I mean,
Yeah, no, it's just she
the more
takes a sip.
that
She goes, cool. Hands it back. Cool. All right.
and it doesn't seem to even like question it now. Just kind of sip, hand it back.
Sips. Yeah. Yeah.
It seems to notice that Tharos hates the sound of its voice when it's a child, so it's kind of doing more like yeah, no, yeah, no. It's sort of not.
Billy does not try to be quiet, so. And it's kind of, and I guess the sketching all over the sand has been pretty left alone.
Yeah. It's
okay. And
the one over by Alexos got scribbled
Mhm.
out pretty hardcore, but all the smaller ones near it, it's still there. They're smaller. They're with a smaller stick. There's only probably like 2 bottles, and then just like a picture that might be a fish man, some jellyfish that might be jellyfish.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well,
Horse face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing itself with people hands.
Yeah. Just creepy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I hate it.
Dilly just kind of looks down and goes, now that you got these, and just kind of wiggles fingers, that's easier for you to go look in those boxes.
Didn't you already look in the boxes?
But you can look too.
And it was actually been sitting like right up against the one that has all the bottles. What was it, like vinegar and wine inside?
Yeah. Like there was some.
So it kind of looks over its shoulder and. Do you think there's other stuff in there?
I mean.
Mama.
Yeah. She goes, I gotta take it apart. Did you pack the box, or did you find the box?
I found it.
The box and everything that was in it?
Mm-hmm.
Where was it?
It just points out into the water. But it points kind of.
So that's not.
Northwestish.
Mm.
Okay.
There were some other things, but there weren't any bottles, or they didn't clink.
The Dilly goes, so when you were sent to find the bottle for your friend, was it supposed to be on the shore or in the town?
They didn't know.
Okay. What color is it?
And it looks really confused for a second. I don't know. Huh.
Is
Sort of-
what's inside it drinkable?
Does he have a
Like,
beard?
and she like wiggles her horn around, is like drinkable, or not good.
And it kind of sits up and turns back into the horse and plods around. It apparently prefers to pace as a horse.
Yes.
And kind of swings its head around all low. Can I really trust you guys?
Tilly just starts laughing. I go, you can trust me. They don't understand a thing you're saying unless I tell them.
It kind of lifts up its head and looks at Galatea. Says, "Bean sprouts."
Baba.
Okay. I'm not
Has
supposed to
this?
tell
I-
anyone.
she
Go ahead.
looks over to Theros like, has this been the entire hour?
We drew pictures in the sand, trying to figure out what it wanted, but then it started trying to talk like that, and I hated it.
Oh.
I think that's my fault.
I think they had like a mind picture game going on, so that was fun for a little bit.
Anybody would have thought of it.
I don't
Anybody.
He
think I
doesn't.
do it.
He doesn't say anything other than that.
So it repeats like it said before. It's not supposed to tell anybody what it's looking for. But if you guys are really gonna help it, then it'll tell you something.
Jilly shrugs, passes the tequila, and then kind of digs in her little bag and pulls out one of those apples. And kind of goes, and then just like, you know.
It can no longer take the tequila with its hoof hand.
Yeah. No. Okay. That's fine. So sticks the horn in the sand so that it's like propped up. You know, it's nice. Takes and just takes one of her daggers and starts like shaving the skin off of the apple, like doing those little curly Q things.
Mm-hmm.
And like a little piece to me and a little piece to the hippocampus, and just kind of like shaving little bits off. And just gonna have a conversation, you know, paring off little bits of the skin and the apple and whatnot. Because Jilly will eat the entire thing. So she'll share too. Seeds and core and everything. And just go, so here's the deal. Here's where we're coming from. We are, and just kind of just think about it. We have a task of making sure that no more bottles are being stolen from, and then she points at the beach and in town. We weren't told how we have to get it done just to make it stop. And you look like you need some help to stop having to steal bottles. So if we help you, then you stop stealing bottles, and then that solves our problem, and our task is complete, and we will be okay.
Kind of tosses its head and ask them. Can I trust them? Will they promise? Will they promise?
Will they promise what?
You can't tell anyone else.
He's pointing at us again.
Okay. Okay. And then I just turn to the rest of the crew and just kind of like, so, if we promise not to tell or talk about it, anyone outside of, and then everyone right now on the beach, Pico might actually tell us a little bit about what, you know, they're looking for. But it's a secret. Who's good at secret?
Galatea immediately raises her hand.
I can keep from spreading this information. That's not a problem.
No one I would know would even care. It's fine. He says it with a very big smile.
It's like, yeah.
I forget if Mira's good at keeping secrets, so she fades into the background.
Cute
What about
Homer
arrows?
meme.
What about the Minotaur?
I just wanted to stop chirping like that.
It's a horse now. It's a
Yeah,
horse
that's
now,
okay.
so it's not making the wah 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 noise. It's,
Gotcha.
it's making me noises.
I mean, as long as the truth isn't something nefarious, I suppose, because our mission is literally just to get rid of the bottle thief, and you know, whatever the easiest path is towards getting out of here.
All right. So, yeah, Dilly will kind of, as everyone says something, we'll just kind of like translate it roughly. So,
To make it sound real good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just like, I like point to the rock one is like this one is full of secrets. The warlock will be like, I think this one lives for secrets. The one and then she points to the other blue, water person and be like, that one I think is made of secrets. And then looks at Theros and goes, as long as things are easy, you'll be okay. Just don't make it difficult. And then over at Mirror and goes like, as long as she knows it's a secret, I think she can keep it. And then Dilly looks down at herself and goes like, I'm the hardest one at keeping secrets, to be honest.
It looks aghast as aghast.
Solid
as
advocacy for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes, but I really, really need to get this test done, so I guess I'll try my best. Like, who would I tell? Other than telling the town guards that a water horse is stealing bottles.
You wouldn't.
Is that in our language? Do we understand what you're saying and not what the horse is saying?
No, not right now.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
But if Galatea asks what I'm saying, then she'll be I'm being as honest as I can.
Are we keeping a secret? What's going on?
Okay, well, Pico's
Super
trying
good
to
at it.
figure out.
I kept 2 secrets today, according to Nereus. Right, Nereus?
Yes, very good.
Tilly laughs and goes, all right, apparently there's more secrets that I don't know, pointing at Galatea. Maybe I'll find out later. But
you won't because they're secrets.
Good point.
Yeah. But yeah, she's just like, but we're at, you need to find something and we need to stop the bottle thief, which is you. And then looks over at Theros and goes, and I don't think you'll like the other way.
Kind of does a little shuffle, little nervous shuffle, little snorty snort. It's not.
And
nice.
it's like, and I don't think I'd like the other way either because you're kind of, you're neat, and I've never seen one of you before.
Kind of leans in close, and even though nobody can understand it, it's like horse whispering. That bull man doesn't like me. I can tell.
That bull man?
Yeah.
The bull man.
Oh yeah. It just goes, well, he has very sensitive ears.
Oh.
Your other form is a little and then she kind of scratches her own. It's like, it's a little much.
Well, I tried to be quiet, but it's not my fault. It's just how I sound.
Yeah.
And it nods like it's gonna say something, and it continues to nod. Doesn't say anything still, and like it's trying to work itself up to admitting what it's looking for, and it's having a rough time. But eventually, it leans in close again and it's a voice. And that's all it says.
Billy is absolutely confused and just kind of looks, all right, apparently we need to find a bottle that's got a voice inside it. I'm not sure what that means. Does anybody else know what that means?
I don't have a clue.
And then I think, and I like, where would we find bottles with, that sounds magical. What do you think?
Mirror offers. Maybe it's a message spell in a bottle.
That's a
Nice
pretty good
joker.
impression.
I try.
Can you cast message in a bottle?
Yeah.
I think he could.
some overly complicated joke to spell out SOS, and I'm not going to
Mhm.
do all the work. I'm sorry.
Do it with a horse clunk.
Well, that'll be easier to find
Mm-hmm.
if it is magical.
Galatea looks at these drawings and is like, "This bottle looks weird. What's up with that?"
Oh, I ask about that as well. It's like, is there something specific about the bottle you were trying to draw?
Hmm.
Well, it looks like that. And it just kind of looks down at one of its little drawings of the vaguely vase-shaped bottle.
Hmm. All right. So,
But I don't know what color
Dilly.
it is, and I don't know how big it is.
Now, based on Dilly's, vast expertise in the world of drinking,
Hmm.
does that look like something that is normally like a wine or an olive oil or something that is like food consumption? Or does that look like a really fancy ass, like artistic bottle?
It might look like some fancier like olive oil bottles for
Okay.
the era, but
Okay.
it's also just as likely to be something decorative in nature.
Okay. All right. I go, well, we at least know the shape, so we could probably split up a little bit or just make a very concerted look through the market and just see if we can find any store that has bottles like that. And then she looks over at Pico and goes, but you need to be not a horse.
What should I be?
You can be green. We just need to put a cloak on you or something.
Because I could, and then it turns back into the child. I could do this, or I could, or I could do, and it kind of like flicks up its little kid arms, and when they come back down, it's like a bird kind of flapping in space, and it kind of, chip 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 chip. I could be this,
And I go, all right. And she'll stick her, hand out to let the bird land on it and just kind of like sit on my shoulder. That'll
it does
work.
land with like an oddly heavy like on her finger, and like it was having a difficult time flying because you get maybe the impression that that's not a thing it does often, being as it's genuinely a water creature, and so it gives kind of like a huff, like, oh man, that was difficult, and just like climbs up your arm, like it's not really sure what to do with this body.
Yep. Okay. And Dilly's just glad that she's got thick skin. All right.
Is that two children stacked on top of each other with a cloak?
No, it's a bird. It's a weird bluey greenish bird sitting on top of Dilly's shoulder now.
Oh, okay, God.
Yes. I'm two children now. Ugh.
That I can have a conversation with. I can have a conversation with the parrot on my shoulder now.
Yeah.
So.
And that's way less weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super less weird.
Okay.
Well,
All right. We can go on a bottle hunt.
right. And it's probably magical. So,
Yeah.
Alexos, if you give him an hour, he can cast Detect Magic. Because maybe someone picked up the bottle. I don't think anybody's going to be selling it as a magic bottle unless they opened it. So maybe we'll be able to spot it.
Okay.
Seems wise.
All right. You said you guys' food's gonna get here at 7?
Yes.
Should be.
I just got between 7 and 7:10.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I got the text saying between 7:05 and 7:15, so we got like another 20 minutes.
Sounds good. All right. Where do you guys want to head to start looking for bottles?
You're laughing as though you're not the one who gave us this quest. I don't know, guys. Find a bottle or something.
I mean, we can just do like a very systematic This is not Dilly though. Like, she would just kind of wander and look at anything that, oh, there's
God
bottles
damn
over
it.
there, bottles over, like. So just letting you know, like, if you
Have
let
an
Dilly
idea of how to
wander off,
search.
it's not going to be organized.
Right.
For a junk dealer, like someone who like repurposes like stuff they find,
Mm-hmm.
someone who like finds like curios and like oddities from other areas.
Fair prizes, maybe.
Yeah.
Alexo says various and sundry goods in a way that sounds like a seller that is not him. Just kind of like the way it sounded.
Oh. That did sound nice.
Very
I
professional.
bought some things. He just kind of looks off.
What did you buy? I'm not a character, but I want to know.
Just stupid doodads because he's, from under the sea, and that person was like, these are great, look at this, it'll protect you when you're on the road, and things like that.
It's a
just got
dingle
suckered.
hopper.
It's a dingle hopper. That's what I was gonna say.
I
He just
know.
got
That's why I
suckered in the
stole it
past.
from you. All right,
Very
so
prone to
we
that.
just go bottle a hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So probably, just looking around the kiosks, searching through anything that's like pop-up-y, right? Because that would be what
Yeah.
would be festival-oriented.
Mm-hmm.
Are you waiting the hour for the magic spell, or?
Sure. You can
Yeah.
wait an hour.
Okay.
Do the ritual, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So I will cast that, and it's concentration for a while. So let's do this quick.
How long is it?
Up to 10 minutes, so it's good. Speed run it.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Well,
Are you?
Uh,
Is that a spell you have, or did you have to resort your stuff in order to get it?
It's not prepared, so I can just cast it as a ritual.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the only way I can cast it because I didn't prepare it this morning because I didn't think about it. Should have thought about it,
Gotcha.
maybe.
Gotcha.
But for that hour, you guys can go scout it out and see where it could be. So I can stay
Sure.
on the beach casting, and you guys can go RP searching, and then you can just come get me.
maybe you want to like stand on the edge of town casting. It's not
Yeah,
that weird,
exactly.
right?
No, just facing the ocean, bathing, and my god's radiance.
Just
It's
waving
normal.
your
It's a
arms.
ritual.
Yeah, it's not that strange. Maybe he's drunk. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, no,
Listen,
it's
this
like people
beach
who
has
do Tai
seen
Chi.
worse.
Yeah.
I'm just out there doing Tai Chi.
Yeah.
On Venice Beach. It's fine. Everybody does it.
Okay. So are you guys gonna check? What sort of stores are you looking for? What sort of? You said pop-ups for the festival.
Mm-hmm.
To include.
Some people said knickknack and curio stores or like magic item places as well.
Okay.
I'd like to go talk, harass that paint your vase guy again.
Okay.
Sure.
Just see if I can let the bird just kind of like sneak a peek at the inventory.
Was there anyone selling similar looking things at Adras mansion shops?
Roll me. Did you go into the store at all?
Yeah, I went into
Yeah,
every
he
one of
did.
them.
All right. Would that be like a history because it's your history, or would that just be like a perception, latent perception?
To try to see if they already saw it before?
Yeah. If
Yeah.
they saw something.
I mean, Christ, that's such a weird one. Intelligence style
Yeah.
checks to remember stuff typically.
Yeah,
Okay.
usually
Yeah.
it's intelligence.
Do that.
So history would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because Dilly went into every store too on the block.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Did you want to roll along, or
yeah,
give me some?
which one? So just
history.
okay.
Your
so
personal
hit-
history.
Oh, this is
Yeah. Yeah, you're not good at
Hilarious.
this. Team dummy thing.
actually. Know what, James? I am trained in history, so
What?
Wow.
yes,
So it's a 1?
it's a +2.
Oh, okay.
So am I, and mine's a +2 as well.
I only,
job.
but I still rolled a 7, so it's like it's not the greatest.
Eh,
You're a little drunk and or like distracted at the time.
You got a
However,
bird just going wah, 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 in your ear.
I think
Yeah.
that's going to be said on every skill check for Dilly. You're a
Yeah.
little drunk, and sometimes it's going to be a good thing.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Neris though
Yeah.
apparently has a picture perfect, even from a distance memory. Good job, guy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because he does remember several bottles in the shop of a similar shape. Perhaps a bit more decorative than described by our birdie friend now, but of that shape, yes.
Nice.
Okay. Well, then that would be Neighbors would point that out, and
Okay.
maybe say we can. I'd say we would head there, but with you studying magic, you may get a lot of false positives.
So what's the group decision? Where are you going first?
It would probably be better to go where a bottle shape was recognized first. So this is like back to the shopping strip.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Sure.
So I guess,
We'll head back.
do you want to wait on that magic spell, or do you want to go ahead and do it?
Oh, I'll be casting it as they go do this,
Oh, okay.
and they can come and get me.
Okay.
That way, they'll go talk and I'll cast, and then we'll meet up.
Right. I never expected to use this house again.
Oh no.
Well, that's not a good
The way
sign.
it goes.
Returning to the scene of the crime.
Yeah. She just expected us to kill the Kelpie and keep going. Like murder hobos.
Oh,
I don't see anything.
yep. Game is paused. Still no. Do we have characters on the screen?
It says loading 33% for me,
Ah.
so I don't know.
Something that's a neat trick to do, Michelle, in the future, if you right click on the place you're trying to bring us to, it can say preload scene, and that's a good way to make it so the transition doesn't take. No, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just taking a sec.
Did some people get kicked out?
Maybe.
Yep.
It may have just been a disconnect real quick.
Row.
Bit mad.
Big
Bit
mad.
I knew it. Yeah, it'll come back up in just a little bit. Yeah,
Yay!
that's the way it goes.
We could just start the break now then.
Yeah.
I think we're fine. Yeah, we can take a quick break while we're waiting for this to pop up. That way we don't have the downtime.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I was muted. We'll be right back, but clearly, because the mute be right back screen is up. Yeah. All right, we're back. Should be hearable. And I have to re-put the map back up because I had to restart it. Where are you, map? Found we virtual tabletop. Come on. Don't fight with me.
Ooh, woo, Nuzzle's Foundry.
Stop that. Where is it? Oh no. Oh no.
Ow, now!
It's not working.
What's not working?
Because I restarted the program, it's not finding it.
Oh, you might have to stop and start again.
Or just re-add the later on OBS, right?
Trying.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Hmm.
Here, look at this screen for a second. Nope, that's
Quick,
not what
look
I
over
want.
there.
There we go. It worked, so whatever.
Hey,
I
That
was
was
like,
just
check out.
Distraction.
It was just a long loading screen.
Hmm.
That's all it was.
For sure. Alright. Hello, friends, family,
Hi.
countrymen, etc. We had some drinks and some chips. What'd you guys get? Italian?
yeah. Italian salads.
Now we're back
Super back.
from outer space, from eating space, and we are at Adras Manor, which happens to be a place that I did not think we would go back to, but here it is. Hooray!
All right.
What are my
We did it.
players doing? Let's go on and save the day.
We're finding a bottle.
Bottle.
Ba-la-la. That's what he's been saying. He's saying bottle-la-la-la.
Is this whole campaign just going to be like junk salvaging? We're looking for pants. We're looking for bottles.
Listen,
We didn't even get our pants.
No, we did. We got the pants back, right?
Nope.
I thought he took them.
He
yeah, you
took
got
'em.
them back, but he's got them.
Yeah,
Right. Doing fitting and whatnot. Make
Yeah.
sure.
he's finalizing them.
Finalizing
uses it
them,
for his
packing
show.
up to leave.
They're still his property.
Yeah, technically.
All right.
But we've killed once.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he should
will
keep
kill
that
again.
in mind.
For these pants, we have killed once.
Yeah.
Freaking yipes.
We will kill again.
Yipes, stripes, food stripe, gum.
If you count the jellyfish.
Yeah, that's true. We know violence isn't the answer. We got it wrong on purpose.
Big yipes. All right. You've arrived.
We're checking for bottles.
Yes, you've arrived at the store without your friend, Fishman. Which one is Fishman number 1? Which one's Fishman number 2? Do you want to fight over this real quick?
I think it'd be funnier if it switches back and forth.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, I guess since it was my idea, I'll take the
Yeah.
lead a little.
That makes you one
You're
this
Fishman
time.
number 1.
Ahaha. Then, yeah, I will go towards the stall that I remember seeing all of those type instruments. It looks like it's the second one from left. This is the one I'm going to head to.
Do it.
We
Can you
can't. The
unpause?
game's paused.
Yeah.
No, do it anyway.
Ah. Do better.
Do it anyway.
It's the spruce moose. Get in.
As I enter the property, I'm going to look for a bottle that probably look around first, see if I see anything that matches the description before I go and see if there is a teller or, shopkeep or, whoever at the counter.
Give me a... Well, how close? Give me investigation.
Investigation?
Investigation.
Mirror will give you a British inspiration. I got it out before you did it. Yay.
Yeah.
It's a D6, my guy.
Add a 1d6, okay.
Now I want a bard who is the Swedish chef.
Herder.
18.
Total of 18.
There you go, 19.
Oh
18,
my god,
whatever.
Charles, I'm gonna make that now.
I really hate it.
Yes.
But he doesn't
Ah.
sing.
Yes. He doesn't sing. He just like spoken word.
Exactly.
All right.
He's
Well,
an
that was
orator.
Strangely realistic hands for his non-realistic head.
I mean, that was the character in the one shot that I ran, the chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, if the body was Leatherface.
Yeah.
Boy, hate that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You
Good
were
times.
there.
I know. Yes, as you walk into the shop, you do in fact see approximately 3 bottles, 2 of them which are right next to you, that sort of match the vague description that Pico gave you. And
Okay.
towards the back of the store there is a teller, and they look super bored, but as they see you come in, they kind of peep up and, yes, hello, can I help you?
Hi, yes, I have a couple questions about some interesting looking bottles that you have here. And I will grab the 3 of them and take them up to the counter. So, looking at these, I'm intrigued. What can you tell me about them?
Well, this one, and they pick one up very gently, very clearly. They handle urns and bottles and things all the time. This one right here came from Milikos. You may have heard of it. Milikos is the nearby urn capital, they call it. They don't, to your knowledge, call it the urn capital at all. But this person is clearly very into pottery, so it's the urn capital to them. Roll me a history check really quick.
Okay.
You remember that the guy who sells the pottery, the urns that he just paints you on, also got his pottery from Milikos. So
Milikos, okay.
Milikos. So while they're kind of bullshitting you a little bit on the urn capital, you do know that it is fairly well known for urns of quality. So theoretically, this one right here is Portunos. They go on to point out the detailed carving work in this one. You'll notice a lot of this is them now. You'll notice a lot of the other urns here are, of course, in the classic style, painted directly on. But this one, this lovely one right here, they took the time to carve out the relief. It's very highly detailed. This one will run you about 500 gold, which is crazy. You don't know if this is worth it, because do you know anything about urns and bottles? But that seems used to you.
That seems high, okay.
And so they set that one down and they pick up the next one. This one is not relief. It's generally your average sort of tail. It has a lot of scroll work across the bottom and up around the neck and top. And it seems depicting some sort of story with a lot of birds, but you're not really necessarily familiar with the myth. This one they don't give you a location for, but sort of like, this is an interesting conversation piece or a good gift souvenir if you're here for the festival. And this one will come to about 100. Also seems sort of outlandish. Less so, but still outlandish. And then the next one they pick up, and they're still pretty, gentle ginger with it, but they don't seem as impressed with them. Even this one, even as they're speaking about it. This one, oh yes, this is fine. It's a vase from the town. It's a local producer. They do good work, but this is more of a practical piece.
I see. By any chance, does the middle one you talked about, the story with the birds, is it are they parrot type birds? Are they talking birds?
And they kind of give you a weird look, and they pick up the vase and turn it. I'm not terribly familiar with this myth myself. What's a parrot?
It's a smaller bird with sort of a rounded beak. They're in certain locations. I'm sure there's some here. Haven't seen any recently, but they're known for being able to mimic human speech, similar to the kinku.
What's a kinku? Never mind. I don't think that this I can't honestly answer that question. On the DM side of things, if you're asking because you think that the bird that Pico turned into is a parrot, it is not.
No, because of the voices, and since birds can talk.
Okay. Yeah. No, they're. But how? I really need to be asking people to do rolls more. Does this look like a parrot to you? Do me an investigation check.
I mean, does it not look like a parrot to you?
I mean, as far as we know, parrots are birds that sit on shoulders. So anything that is a bird that's reasonable size sitting on a shoulder is a parrot.
Yeah.
Cut to an albatross perched on someone's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Trying to consume his head.
Yeah.
Or a raptor.
Mm-hmm.
Just a rock on somebody's shoulder. Oh, a parrot.
Did you want to do a check? Well, are you like just looking at the store? Or are you wandering through Delhi?
So she was paying attention to the ones that Nereus picked up, and so that's just like, do they look like they're empty, or are they corked and have something in them?
All three of the ones that he picked up are empty. There are ones around the room that have lids and corks and whatnot, closures.
Okay. Yeah, she's also just going to kind of look for that similar shaped one, that's that high top, skinny bottom, anything that's corked that could be containing something or trapping something.
Okay.
So investigation.
Yes, please.
Oh, this is gonna be so fun. Straight roll.
11's not terrible.
No,
But you don't
She,
really see anything else around the room that matches the description. There's one that's similar, but it has handles, and that kind of throws you off a bit.
yeah. And then I'll just mumble to Pico and go to like, any of this look like familiar? And she kind of whistles it.
Yeah. Pico is honestly doesn't seem to know what they're looking for. They did give you that description earlier, but they're just kind of like amazed at how many bottles of all kinds of shapes and sizes are here. And they're as you walk
They're going
past
galaxy
them,
brain.
yes, as you're walking past them, they're like wide-eyed for a bird. Like try to look inside each of them. They'll hop off of your shoulder if any are closed and like try and nuzzle their way inside to look inside.
Yeah, Tilly would be like, takes the bird away. Like, if you knock that over, we can't pay for it.
I asked the cashier or the teller or stall patron, are any of these magical in any sense? Sort of hand gesturing to the rest of the room.
And he kind of looks around and is sort of like, I don't believe so. I haven't had them checked or anything. Most of, if you're looking for more magical items, you might want to look next door. But I don't believe any of these in particular are. These are more practical and decorative pieces.
I see.
But you know what they say about a story, right? Holds up the middle one with the birds on it. That's magical too.
Theros groans very loudly.
The furthest away.
I
love our impatient Minotaur.
Thank you. And I'll try next door real quick. I'll be back.
That's
And then
okay.
we'll proceed.
As you shuffle back out of the store, you see a familiar face whip around the corner and almost run directly into you. It is the woman from the tool shop. Actually, I don't remember if you met the tool shop lady.
You did.
Dilly met her.
Yeah. Okay.
Dilly met her. Yeah.
Yes. She whips around the corner, kind of almost collides with you, sort of. Oh hey, like, sorry about that. Do you, and they just sort of don't know what to say and scoot in past you to go very quickly over to the teller inside of the urn shop, and they kind of speak in trying to be quiet, hushed whispers, but not doing a very good job of it.
Oh, I'm gonna really try to listen then.
Okay. Give me a perception.
It's like trying to be sneaky around Dilly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a paddling.
Sus.
That is a paddling.
Sus.
21. This woman, who you may or may not recall from earlier, was a little bit drunk as well. is not good at whispering.
Yes. I recognize my type.
Is she drunk now? Who knows? But either way, she is not good at whispering and is almost yelling over at the urn shopkeep. Oh my god!
Nice.
And they just. Adras is dead. Adras is dead. What are we gonna do? And the urn seller is like, dead? How many people know? What do you mean how many people know? We have to tell people. Well, if no one knows, then we can keep the shops open until someone figures it out. What? And so the whispering is not really whispering at all anymore.
It's turned into full-on yelling.
Yeah, it's full on shouting.
Well. Okay. Well, Dilly's like, oh, well, that's news I know, but might want to see. I'm going to continue to just surreptitiously hang out over here, kind of at the edge, and just kind of listen to the conversation, just in case they start talking about having seen anything suspicious, or if they're just scared about something.
As far as you can tell.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm gonna beckon. I'll beckon. Oh gosh, Denitra's bard, kind of Nira. Over. Yeah, Nira, and be like, and whisper, articulate whisper into her ear.
Yeah.
Like,
oh.
Just like,
hey.
Talking about Adras.
Yeah.
I think you've got better ears than I do.
Well, what are they saying?
They're talking about him being dead, and they're really freaked out.
Well, I would be too. If he's the proprietor, then that means that they're going to come under new management or perhaps be evicted.
James, I love you. He's like, just can you just keep listening while I take Pico to go look in another store?
Oh, yeah, I can listen.
Thanks.
So,
where is she supposed to be listening? Is it over?
Like, take my spot.
Yeah, but are you in the right spot right now? Is my question, because we're all just in front of the pot shop.
Yeah, it was this. Well, this is the store that we were in.
Yeah.
Oops, I hit a wall.
And where are you listening at?
I was literally leaving the store as it happened. So I was just gonna. So.
Anyway, left or right is fine. So I'll say it's left.
Yeah, just kind of keep listening.
And I'll quiet or surreptitiously listen while Nereus is standing right there.
I'm gonna go walk into that magic store. And look for bottles.
In the urn shop.
Same.
What?
Doing the same, looking for magic bottles inside the magic shop.
Still in the urn shop. We'll call her blacksmith, has ceased yelling, but is still like angrily whispering, like, "How can you say that? What? We." And the urn shop owner just sort of waves their hand once. Listen, how often did Adras overcharge us for every little thing? So what? So what? If we take advantage of this, I'm sure it'll only be for a couple of days, right? Right? And the blacksmith, sort of aghast, looking at them like, I can't believe you. But you're not wrong. And they seem to have a big moral issue with themselves really quick. I'm gonna go ask them over there. And they quickly rush back out of the urn shop and run directly into, where's Galatea supposed to be?
Galatea is standing right there and was looking into the urn shop. As everyone was doing stuff in there, she went to move in, noticed that everything was really crowded and there was a lot of expensive looking things, and just stayed there. So I guess she's snacking while staring at those two, not necessarily listening, but like off
Okay.
into space and like eating whatever carnival food would be, like little crunchy things.
Okay. So as the blacksmith rushes back out and basically not exactly runs directly into Galatea, but like eyes on the ground, like really panicked, sees Galatea's feet, looks up again. Excuse me, and like slides past them, whips around the corner, almost runs into Mirror.
Oh, sorry. Mirror backs slightly out of the way. It sounds like you're having a busy day.
How much did you hear? What?
Oh, what? No, I was just standing here.
All right. Yeah, sure. And they go into the magic shop with the other two.
Okay. Moves back into place. And then is like, wait, do I have to still listen? They're gone. Shifts over and starts listening.
As the blacksmith enters the shop and notices there are still patrons in this one, they sort of shuffle over to the back corner to maybe like poke at a shelf full of things, looking between everyone in the shop, the keeper, and the shelf of stuff they're pretending to give a crap about. Meanwhile, the guy in this shop, who you know as the one who sold you potions to save all of your half-dead friends,
Yay.
looks thoroughly confused. Seems delighted for a moment to have returning customers, and then notices the blacksmith enter and act very strangely, and then sort of quiets and just waits for whatever's gonna happen to happen.
Billy's looking at these glass things over in the top left.
Do I see?
I don't know if they're bottles or balls.
They're more balls and little trinkets and things.
Ah, okay, then never mind. Just kind of like whistling to the bird. Pico, like, any of this look familiar?
Pico doesn't seem impressed by anything in here.
Okay. She does like the skirt. She tries to like, look at everything real carefully and then wanders out.
Seeing the blacksmith enter in a hurry, I'm gonna try and listen in on the conversation. Would I have heard any of the previous conversation being in this through the wall of any kind? I mean, it looks like it's stone, so probably not. But
you might have heard the "What do you mean?" But that's about it.
Okay, then yeah, I'll try and listen in and see what they're talking about in here.
While you're in the store, they don't seem to want to talk about anything, unless you're kind of far away. Are you gonna stand a little bit away?
Yep, I can back out.
Okay. Well, perhaps more successfully than they did last shop, they, in a whisper, convey to this particular shopkeep that their what do you call that person who owns where they are working?
Landlord.
Oh, their landlord.
That's the word I wanted. Thank you. They convey that their landlord has been murdered or is dead in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, he's to be.
Yes, there. Go ahead and give me a thing, one of those perception things.
Perception.
Or what was that? Yeah.
16.
Don't fight with me. Okay. You sort of get the same idea that you didn't hear from the other shop. You get the idea that they know that Adras is dead, and the blacksmith is very concerned about being kicked out of their shop because they like their shop. The magic person is slightly less concerned, but is concerned that a possible murder happened while they were all here. Wonders if the murderer is gone. But they also, you get the impression from the two of them that they're not entirely sure what happened, and they don't seem to make any connection between the fact that you were here and he is not, and now are here again.
Came in running for potions to try and save my friends' lives. Has no bearing on the fact that someone's dead.
Nope.
We're just that good, everybody.
Something horrible happened.
How long?
Don't
that's gonna
question
last,
it.
You don't know, but right now, you're okay.
And so you're saying the blacksmith seems upset, but the person who runs this stall for magical items and trinkets and whatnot is not upset?
I mean, they don't seem to be. The reason the blacksmith is concerned is because they're afraid of getting evicted. The person in front in who owns this particular shop is concerned that there may be a murder around, but not so much about getting evicted.
Gotcha. Okay.
Guys, someone's been murdering people. I'm really worried we're gonna lose the store.
Well, the blacksmith's kind of tough. She feels like she could, take
That's
on
fair.
somebody who tried to murder her, I guess.
That's fair. That's very pragmatic. I appreciate it.
Anything else you want to do with this?
You said there's nothing in here that looks like the bottles that we're looking for?
In this particular shop, no. There's some glassware, but none of it's really the right shape, and Pico doesn't seem interested in it, as far as you can tell from when Delilah walked Pico around.
Yeah, Pico looks positively bored.
Chirp, chirp.
This was my best guess.
Right.
But I mean, I guess. Did Pico see the 3 bottles that I picked out and took up to the front?
If Nereus comes over to where Dilly is, we can have that conversation. Dilly is standing looking into the last place right now, which is filled with books, and kind of going,
Bookstore's closed.
Bookstore's closed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she'll just kind of be over here, and just like if she sees Nereus kind of like looking over and be like, yeah? And
I'll ask, since I found the ones that look like it, if
they were the ones you found were the right shape, but they're all empty.
Do we know it has to be sealed? Like maybe you have to put the message in it, the voices in it, and then it seals?
Good question. And then I just kind of chirp it. Pico.
I don't know. I assume that it had to, but maybe not. I'm not sure that it can get out. Or that it would want to. And then as you're having this conversation, the blacksmith again tries to wiggle around all of you at the front door of this establishment and
Excuse me.
go over to the next shop because they don't know that the bookstore is closed either. Finding the bookstore closed, they kind of sit there for a second and get suspicious. This time they whip back around the corner and yell to the magic shopkeeper, "Do you know where..." I'm not going to even give them a name. "Do you know where bookkeeper went?"
You know, old bookie.
Oh, book lady. And the magic store person says, no. They're not there? Nah, they're gone. And then the blacksmith looks to you guys. Do you guys see anything? Do you know where this person went?
No, we got here and it was already closed. But is everything okay? You seem very agitated. I couldn't help but overhear something about maybe losing your stall. Is everything okay?
And they just get this really big, like, wide-eyed, smiley look on their face. Everything's cool. No, we're fine. It's fine. Don't. Sorry. I'm just really excitable, about stuff, and I don't know what you mean.
Well, we're here in town, and I sort of point to everybody that's with me. We've been solving some problems that have been arising, and you seem like maybe you have a problem, and in the name of the festival, we would be more than willing to help out.
Hiring a job.
You seem like you have a problem.
Yeah, you seem like you have a problem.
We have solved many problems so far. 2, exactly. Wait,
1.5.
1.5.
Which we caused.
Mm-hmm.
And caused this problem for some
And we're
people.
gonna solve it for them too.
We caused your problem, and we will fix it.
Mhm.
Listen, we
But
are
you didn't-
problem solvers / causers.
Yeah.
So you're con men? Like,
We like to
God,
think
we're
of
just-
ourselves as like the mafiosos who come in and say, you need protection
It's not
From
completely
us.
incorrect.
from us.
yipes. All right. Well,
Yeah,
she seems a
stripes.
little confused at your your explanation there. I assume that you don't mention the part where you caused the problem here.
Negative.
Ghost
Keep that part
Rider.
to myself. Just how good we are and how, sort of like side-handed or whatever you call this motion, that even the town guards are using us are using our services to solve a little problem with the festival.
Really? For some reason this seems to give her a little calm. Like, so they're bringing in extra guards and stuff. That's cool.
You don't have anything to hide, do you? You know that
Sort
we
of
could
like
solve,
returns
like a hidden solve? Or like a bottle. If you have a bottle that you're hiding too, we could really use one right now.
What do you?
Don't mind the tall one. Do you have anything you want help with? We do that. We fix problems.
I have a
You could
problem
call
I
us
need
the
to fix.
fixers.
It's a kitty. Wee. Wee.
No.
Not again.
Kitty needs food.
Nah, he doesn't get fed until like midnight. He's just being mouthy.
He wanted water. He's a spoiled brat.
Water. Turn the
How
faucet
dare-
on, Mom.
Yep.
I don't have thumbs.
Or strength.
I would say, technically, you don't need thumbs to turn on the faucet. You could just kind of like, he could
It would
nudge
need a certain amount of pressure and or
Yeah.
torque though.
I feel like he's heavy enough where if he got behind it, he could just kind of move it.
I think he's not smart enough.
Well, there's
I would
that.
love if he was smart enough to turn on, but then turn off the faucet.
That's not what he would do. He'd just leave it on.
Yep.
Even if he knew how to turn it off because he's a cat, he would just leave it on like an
Yeah,
asshole.
like exactly.
All right. She seems a little bewildered by Galatea's little extra bottle questions. For a second, she thinks maybe you're suggesting that she's a drunk, and is sort of like, "How did you know?"
I only have a gigantic keg on my back with a handle. Who's to say?
So, but yes, all of these things that you have said to her in her frenzy have flustered her, and she's just kind of like blank faced for a second. So you're here to help with the issues in the festival?
We have been helping with an issue. The guards are stretched a little thin, so we are helping out.
Okay. Did they tell you about the mine? Did they?
No, that has not yet come up.
Did-
But I'm sure that would be the
Dilly
next
perks
thing.
up. She's like, "No, listen."
I'm sure that is the next thing that they would have mentioned to us. If you want to go ahead and tell us about it, we just get a head start, if you will.
Okay. Well, there's some weird stuff going on at the mine. I tried to head over there earlier, but they were telling people they weren't open because people had been seeing. This is so dumb. People have been seeing ghosts in there,
Interesting.
but
Did
that's
you see a
ghosts aren't
ghost?
real, right?
I have a pertinent question.
Okay.
What's a mine?
You're gonna be so offended.
Oh yeah.
Everybody looks to the mountain spirit, and a hush falls over the crowd.
The blacksmith doesn't quite understand what you are and doesn't seem worried about telling you. You know, mine like when you dig in the ground and you find ore and stuff. Like it's tunnels in ground and caves and stuff.
But that would hurt the ground. Why would you do that?
How do you hurt the ground?
Yeah, the ground doesn't have feelings.
Come full circle from Peak Watcher.
You, you see that Galatea's eyes just kind of flatten a little bit as she looks at you, Nereus, and she says, "That's an interesting theory. Many things can be seen to not have emotions, and if you hit them hard enough, don't they bleed?"
You trying to say the ground bleeds?
Well, what do you think ore is?
Does he mean oil?
I was told
we
that they
strike
wouldn't
oil?
understand. I need to take calming breaths. Excuse me for a moment. And she just walks around the corner real quick.
Aww. Your friend kind of leans over. Your friend's kind of weird, right? Like, it's not just me. Okay.
There's a loud scream.
And some smashing.
But yeah, some tile cracking sounds.
Stop.
Then you just hear her come back.
So, like, what do you mean the ground bleeds?
So back to the problem you're having with ghosts, as I understand it. Did you see a ghost?
No, but I need to get in there to get. And she like pauses and looks oddly at Galatea. I need supplies for my work.
Okay.
You know this stuff.
Billy just interrupts and goes, "Were you in town earlier today?"
Yeah, how did you know?
Oh, I heard some chatter about the mine while I was at, and she names the tavern.
Okay, yeah, I was there. I guess that was probably me.
Okay.
I mean, I'm glad to know that you guys were there. It means you probably didn't. No, never mind. Never mind.
So yes, we're sort of.
Can I do an
new
insight
in
check
the
on
area.
that?
Sure.
Okay. Not that insight. Oh, it's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
get the feeling that she thinks that Adras was killed a little bit after when you guys killed him. And if you were in town today, then obviously it wasn't you that killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Clearly.
Okay.
They're
So I
really
asked-
smart.
I ask, so we're a little new in the area. Which direction is this mine in? How would we go about getting there?
Um, you'd probably have to head back through town. It's probably 2 miles out when the hills start to pick up. It's pretty well cleared out though. Straight-ish north. It's not too far to walk.
Okay. Yeah. So we can definitely help you with this issue. When it comes to the guards and the issue we're helping them with, they are compensating us. Uh, Now, I'm sure this will help a lot of people, but specifically to help you, might there be any form of compensation? Maybe say a discount at your store or some monetary gratitude?
She kind of has a moment where she didn't realize that people were gonna ask to be paid because she doesn't pay the guards. She doesn't pay the guards, and this is a guard issue, right? So she points to Sally. I don't pay the guards. Why are you helping the guards? Didn't they pay you?
Yes, they will compensate us for our time with the first issue. But the guards aren't compensating us for this issue yet. If you want to wait until they bring it up, then maybe they will. But otherwise, it would fall to somebody else. And I'd like to use persuasion.
Sure. Oh,
Not
Just
natural
saying.
20.
They might not help you, but we will. just saying.
Yep.
They might take their time before they even think about helping.
Yeah. She gives it a second. I really do need to get in there. And
The sooner.
if I get in there before everybody else, I'll get the good stuff before they do. How much are we talking?
It's out of character. I'm not really sure what we would like charge for a base rate. Anybody else know what might be a good number, good amount?
2,000 gold. No, I don't know. That was out of character. Don't look at me like that.
Yeah.
I could see like a couple hundred for something like this. Maybe 100, 200.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Depending
Sounds
on
like a
what
lot.
the
Shopkeep pulls in,
yeah.
I mean, this is an insurance racket, so it's like, a percentage
Yeah.
of whatever for the month.
Every day that they don't get into that mine is lost money. So
Yeah.
how much money do they lose in a day? How much money would they save the faster they get in?
I mean, a good bargain for a shopkeeper is like ask for a certain amount of money up front and then ask for payment for all supplies used.
Okay.
Q always.
Tilly just
sunny
rattles
music.
off a number like it's nothing.
Q always sunny music. The gang gets prosecuted for RICO crimes.
Nice.
Whoops.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll say. I don't know. Is like. How much does the stuff in her shop cost?
It varies widely. Some of the stuff is quite big, some of the stuff is quite small. And there are a lot of tools out, but there are also a lot of weapons sort of in the back room that you can't see, that doesn't exist on this map. She does forge things that are not just tools, but they're not out. So it varies from, like a couple of gold for a trowel, or actually it would probably be less than that, but a couple, not very much for a trowel, to a significant amount for a longsword. She is a blacksmith.
Okay. Okay, so then how about something in the range of 100 gold plus expenses and a reduced amount should we ever need her services to forge something that we want.
Just say at 50%.
Yeah, we'll go low, let her
50%
haggle back. So yeah, we'll say 100 gold daily plus expenses and a 50% discount if we ever need anything blacksmithed by her.
And you're saying that in character, or are you just agreeing on that?
Well, if everyone agrees with it, then it would be in character, but not
Yeah.
exactly like that. Like an in character version of that, with all of my charisma and persuasion behind it.
Okay. So everybody agrees, and I get to make a decision now, and that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Okay.
He's the one talking, so.
She seems slightly taken aback by suddenly being asked for 100 gold. What? Like I said, I thought the guards were gonna take care of this. It's a bit much, guy. How about 50 gold, and I'll forge you one thing with the materials we get straight up.
How much do you pay rent here? Keep your stall open.
I don't know, man.
You don't know. You work here, right? You're worried about losing your stall. What do you pay to stay here?
I try not to look at it. It makes me sad. All right, it's not good.
Well, then you'd think that this was a drop in the bucket compared to being gouged on a stall, right?
Do you
Keep
want to
your
roll a
shop open?
persuasion check?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a paladin. He will also have a good persuasion roll typically.
Hopefully.
Maybe not.
Yes,
Should be
yes,
interesting.
but the roll is what matters.
And Mirror will say, and after all, we are willing to help, Inspiration.
Too late.
Oh, I thought I got it before the roll left. Damn it. No.
15's still pretty good. So
Yeah.
she's like, you're asking for a lot, man.
I mean, it's either close shop and lose out on even more money, or pay a pittance and stay open and get more money.
You don't. I'm gonna have to close shop anyway, so.
But you don't have to close shop today.
How about we drop it down 75 gold expenses and you'll forge one thing for us.
Dilly elbows discount.
If we get one thing, that's basically a discount, right? Is that how discounts work? 0 is a discount, right? 0%?
So is one thing for free better than a 50% discount on? Well, how many? I don't know how many things we.
Well,
get.
the other thing out of character, the other thing to consider is that if you're asking for 50% off forever, that's a scary proposition for any business person, rather than just saying, yeah, one free thing.
Yeah.
Plus,
I don't...
may I add, she may not have anything that you want, but if she's making you one thing, you can pick anything that you want.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then yeah. So
this is a good way for us to trick her into making us plate mail.
Okay, so drop it to 75 gold, and one free forging.
75 and one object, eh? All right.
On our approval.
Your approval?
As in, you don't make a thing that you want to give us.
Oh, no. You get to pick. Yeah.
Okay.
Within reason, I'm not going to make you, like a carriage or something.
Oh, now I want a carriage.
Out of metal?
Kidding.
They make those?
Would it still need horses to pull it?
Stop. Moving on.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How soon can you go?
If you have half of the payment, we can go now.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. And she goes back to her store, rushing less than before, but seeming way less panicked and having apparently completely forgot her original problem. So she goes into her
I
store.
pet the birdie and I say,
Aw.
perhaps there will be some pots in this mine.
I don't know if you can even hear that.
I could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounded like a very far away cockatiel.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, definitely like cute whistles at you. It's like, yeah, you didn't forget. Because Pico's definitely sitting on Deli's shoulder going, wait a minute, we were doing my thing. What do you mean we're going to a mine? You know what happens to birds and mines, you guys?
Pico doesn't. Pico's probably never been in a mine either.
Yeah. All right, so the blacksmith comes back out a bit later, like, 2 minutes later. She's got a little, sizable little satchel of clinking coin. Hands it over to Nerus because he was doing most of the talking. You wanna count it? Like, you trust me?
He'll weigh it a little bit and be like, I'm sure it's all there. I'm sure you're good for it.
I mean, we'll be back, so why would you try to double cross us? Why would you try to double cross us? Theros turns his head, looks at the blacksmith.
She kind of holds up her hands. Hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm out money if you don't come back, right? It's fine. She kind of bumps herself in the chest with her hand. You can call me Polyxenia, or Polly, whichever. It's my name. And the mines you're heading to, if you can't get there by my directions, are the Ptolemaida Mines. So if you need anybody, if you need help in town, I'm sure somebody can point you out. Ptolemaida.
Ptolemaida. Okay.
And what was her name again? Sorry.
Polly.
Ollie.
Polyxenia. Both of these things start with P.
I look around like, well, looks like we're all here. Let's go straight to the mine.
That's a nice name, Michelle. I like it.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Moving on.
Here, looks nice.
Yeah, your hair looks nice.
Thanks. Nobody's gonna say anything about what Neru said.
What did he say? I missed it. Sorry, I was too busy
Gary
looking
said,
at that.
we're all here. Let's just go. And it's like, yeah, Charles's character's on the beach casting a spell.
There's
just chilling.
still the other Aquaman,
Just chilling.
but we can go grab him because
did I
it's
forget
from
him.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to go back to town anyway. It's on the other side.
Yes, of course.
These Aqua boys are trouble.
Wait, I have an idea. Ask the bird to tell him to. Oh shit, he can't talk. That's right. Never mind. I would say use him like a carrier pigeon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Quick,
still
just have
carry a
him go
message.
chirp at him for an hour.
Oh
you
yeah,
could have him carry a message.
we could just have him carry a message.
And we'll have him meet us somewhere.
It's gonna be great. The hour ends. He's like, awesome, spell cast, 10
Yeah.
minutes ready, let's go. And we're all just like, let's go, we're going to a
Yep.
mine.
That's what happens. It's okay.
Change
was
your
like-
plans.
Are you sure you want to cast that spell? Yeah. Okay.
It's the only thing he could think of to do.
What happens if we stop you in the middle of it?
No, nothing. It's not like it doesn't cost a slot or anything.
The real thing
Oh,
to,
okay.
to ask is what happens if we don't stop him, and the answer is he gets detect magic for 10 minutes.
Yep.
As we walk through town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His detect magic would have never reached that store anyway.
No, I thought we were gonna search in the town.
Good times.
We can on
Well-
the way.
Yes, we
could,
likely
but-
still have the ability to do that.
Yeah, scene wipe. Right? You make it there,
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Michelle?
So,
Sure, yeah.
Hurry back. Hurry back
no,
to the
as
beach and
you-
find him.
Past the 30 minutes through the woods, you get attacked by approximately 5 bands of bandits. Sorry.
Heck yes. They all just accumulate on the end of it.
Yeah. No, were you gonna send Pico as a carrier bird? Are you actually gonna try that?
Can Pico
James
even
is like,
fly?
fuck no.
I mean, I don't plan to, but I don't have the wherewithal in character to stop them.
Can Pico even really fly?
That is a
Really?
question.
That's another good point.
That is a question.
Very poorly.
Little bird just hops
This
along the
bird-
ground.
This
Yeah.
bird who fucking clawed his way up Dilly's arm
Really.
because he couldn't fly to land.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll be
He was
fine.
going to make it into the air, dive
We'll be
bomb,
fine.
smack directly into Charles' character.
Would fly like a bumblebee or a beetle or whatever, just like
Yeah.
running into everything.
On the other hand, it can turn into a horse and just run.
A
Yeah.
green horse.
That's true.
But
That
anyway,
won't
tell
be
me
suspicious.
what you guys are doing.
We're going back to get Charles. We're going to a
Yeah.
mine, I think.
Yeah, we're
That
going
sounds
to a
like
mine.
the throughway.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, hurry
Yeah,
back.
and
through
we're
town.
heading through the town to use up that spell at the same time.
Leave you guys on the just in the scene so that we don't have any weird loading problems. I did
Yeah.
start preloading the other thing, so there's that.
Ooh.
You arrive back at the beach. You inform Alexos that he's been doing stuff for almost an hour or an hour for almost no reason.
Honestly, it's what I would have been doing if I wasn't with you.
Oh,
Probably.
just looking for magic stuff.
Yeah.
It's basically the same as like a metal detector on the beach, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. If we're gonna go into town with it, that's cool. But if we just want to go to the mine, I can just do it tomorrow. I
Yeah.
can just do it when we get back. Like, that's fine. There's
I
no
think we
real
should
waste.
go through the town just in case, because
Okay.
that's where the hippocampus has been like rifling through stuff anyway.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm down
tomorrow
with it,
somebody will
whatever.
have moved it, so maybe we can find it today.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So then, yeah, we'll just make our way. I guess. So, do we need to go back through the city to get out of the city and heading towards the mine?
Yeah, you'll have to pass at least partially through the city to go straight north-ish to the mine.
Cool. Then we'll see what Charles sees with his magic Triton
My
eyes.
special eyes. Yeah.
Specialize my brand.
My brand. Sure. So I guess we're just looking around at the stalls, looking at any bottles that they knew about.
For the most part, as you pass through town, you see a couple of sparks here and there, mostly on people. You assume they're like charms, trinkets, weapons, things
Mhm.
that they have that are magical. Some of them are vaguely bottle shaped, but that might also be a dagger. I'm not sure how like clear the
Sure.
edges of magical things are. I don't know how like
Yeah.
creepy you want to get about being like, show me your magic thing.
Just grab you,
Very-
shake him. Give me your magic.
Very creepy.
Yeah.
Like all the way.
All right.
Yes. No.
Okay.
Um, Not really looking on people, looking more on stalls and things like that. Things that look like they could be for sale.
Okay.
I don't want to kill anyone else. Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
There it is. Still
Right
love
now.
you.
There is one
Yeah.
one stall in particular that has a fair amount of magic things on it, but not really bottles. Again, more trinkets and weapons and ring of mine, dagger of +1 invisibility, crap like that.
Yeah.
And I say
These
crap
are all
like
really
that, but-
good.
Yeah.
I'd like that dagger +1 invisibility.
I don't care about this bird anymore. Can we have these items?
Yeah. We could trade the bird for the items.
Wow. I mean, you could
Here's a
probably get a fair
shape-shifting
amount
bird.
for a bird. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But
Listen, we have a magic bird for trade.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are fucked up, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, it's all expensive stuff, and
Yeah.
maybe we can revisit them at some point. Also, I made those things
Sure.
up. I'm sure they
Definitely.
exist, but I also made them up.
Well, you've also bamfed them into life. Congratulations.
Yeah. You're like, I want an invisible knife, please.
And +1 invisibility dagger? Hell yeah, I'm remembering that exact phrasing. I'm going to clip that.
Excellent. Okay. Let's talk around level 5. Yeah. So
Daggers are too small.
yeah, for the most part, you see a smattering of magic stuff, but nothing that really fits what you're looking for. There's a
Okay.
couple, maybe like 2 houses. One is a house, one is a shop. There's some magic stuff inside, and you can't really get to either of the things. So maybe something to remember later. But
Yep.
if you're trying to get to the mine before it's dark
Yeah.
and you run out of daytime, then you're probably not going to stop and check that out.
No. Just kind of casing, seeing where we could stop by.
You got it. All right. When you hit the north of town, there's a very nice road laid out for you, and it takes you pretty much directly to the mine. So,
Convenient.
It's almost like they want stuff from this place.
yeah. It's not quite as nice a dirt road as the one actually in town, but it certainly does work like a road, and that's the important part.
Oh my god, he's in the back of it. Or is that the front of it?
Shabam. What?
Philip is already all the way in the mine.
Oh, you're my example. Go away, Philip. Deleted.
Dang. For a brief moment in the world, there were 2 Nereiuses, and then tragedy.
Can you guys see this one?
Yes.
Yes. In fact, we can see the entire overlayer of the map from the look of
Yep.
it.
That's fine. I don't even remember if I meant to do that or not, but it's too late now, so here we go.
Yay.
Actually,
Does everybody zoom your camera in?
I guess I could screw with it real quick. Do.
Sure, why not?
Boom. Are you blind suddenly?
Ish.
We have vision.
How much can you see?
10 feet perfectly and 60 feet dark.
Cool. We'll go with that.
Yeah, and I have, I guess, dark vision to see about 60 feet.
Okay. It's not actually dark yet. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Yeah, I can see 60 feet.
You can feel. I think you can move yourselves. You can feel free to
Yep.
move up until the cave mouth if you would like to.
Yeah,
Little
what's
Rose?
the marching order?
Tell me, friends.
Who's in the front and all
Galatea apparently
Where you
is in the
going,
front.
Jim?
that? Galatea is definitely in the front.
Oh, I couldn't see where everybody else was, so I just assumed. There we
Yep. It's canon.
Cave mouth right here. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cave mouth is actually right here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
I-
well then, there we go.
I'm in darkness now.
You can't see.
Nope.
Click off your character. You should be good. Oh, you know what it is? It is that mirror is projecting light.
Ah,
That's weird.
How do you know?
Because when she moves, it lights up. See?
No.
Oh, well,
I can't-
because
I
I'm
can't-
clicking on her.
I can't see anything. I see a line where somebody dragged me.
Oh, well, here we are.
I'm just gonna turn it off. Fuck it.
Okay.
But do you have any sort of night vision as a Minotaur?
You see now?
Nope.
Minotaurs don't have night
Yes,
vision.
now I can see.
I just turned the fog off. It doesn't let me like pre-test to see what you guys can see anymore, or if it does, I've forgotten how to do it. So I was kind of like, fuck it, here's a map.
yeah.
We can run through stuff later if you're interested.
I mean, the first one I did worked just fine, but then when I went back to do this one, it was like, maybe you forgot what you're doing. So I can pull back up the thing I had before. What ifs? I don't want.
Just zooming in real close so I can't see everything, all the extras.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I'll be like middle back of the formation. Somewhere back there.
I could be front with Galley, or I could be back to protect the back, protect the squishies.
I'm not super squishy, but I figured I'd be sort of towards the back.
Yeah, you're the one who hasn't fallen down yet, so you should definitely be like danger level.
So I mean to be rear guard.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Plus, you have the best range out of all of us, right?
Probably.
I think so,
Forgot to
yeah.
put
60 feet.
Our friend Pico.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
man, there he is. He looks so angry.
Pico should be a horse at this point. Unless we want to keep Pico a surprise.
Unless somebody prompts Pico to go back horse, or Pico gets nervous about something, they'll probably just not think about it and stay a bird.
That's fine.
Did everybody, by the way, do the like heal yourself thing from a short rest?
Yep.
Yes.
I definitely did not do that for Pico and don't know how.
Oh, well, you can probably just set Pico's HP back to what it was.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Can I just fill it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just type in there.
I mean,
Weird. He doesn't have a
Yeah.
sleeper.
that's why I was like, this is not a PC. I'm not sure how to do it.
Yeah, you can just modify the numbers directly, I believe.
I just didn't know if they'd get full HP from a short rest or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm good. Hello, you've arrived
Okay.
at the mine. At the mouth of this cave, there looks to have at some point been some sort of camp, but it's clearly not there now.
So is it just like the leavings of a camp, or is it like there's just nothing here?
Pretty much nothing. Like you can tell there's holes. There's maybe some like leftover stakes from holding up tents and stuff, and tracks. Definitely lots and lots of tracks from people moving in and out, but also from getting the hell out of Dodge quickly.
Are there any tools left behind?
No.
Scavenger.
And
Galateo
he's
will
like, I
move.
don't need this pickaxe, and throws it over the
Yeah.
side.
Galateo moves up to the mouth of it and just says, "It's like if somebody forced a river through something I hated."
That's
I
about
mean,
right.
rivers do what rivers do, right?
Yeah, but this was someone just gouging at something unnecessarily. Rivers are formed because they're needed.
Mm-hmm.
Your sad
Anyway.
face is making me sad.
I have feelings and emotions in character. Who's to say I don't? I mean, this is a hole in the side of a mountain that people made, right?
Yeah.
Or into the ground directly.
Well,
It depends. If it's a mountain, she'll be even more sad.
it's definitely some hills that eventually become a mountain off in the distance.
Mhm.
This was probably a cave to start, but has been since cleared away and like dirt packed down to make flat area for that camp.
Yeah.
And everything. So it's very like artificially enhanced to be helpful to people mining out this once
Yeah.
cave.
Then she would point that out instead and say, there was a cave here. And she gestures at the rough size that it would have been and just says, and then it was made larger so that things could go in easier. And they move things around here. And as soon as the rains and other things come, the dirt will move to places it shouldn't have. Things will be displaced. Balance is upset. Anyway, let's go in.
Now I feel freaking guilty for having a mine exist.
You made this on yourself.
Don't you fern gully us. Get out of here.
Listen, this is in the same way that a nymph would decry cutting down a tree.
Yeah.
And
You're saying,
Oriad will decry
Yeah.
digging into the ground
Can
unnecessarily.
we get a
And the
song
people
from
did
Tone
this
Loc
not
as
for
an
food.
alligator?
What was that?
Can we get a song from Tone Loc as an alligator?
Oh God, please no.
Crocodile, yeah. If we're Fern Gully, we need to have it.
Lord.
I know
Can
it was a
we
monitor
just have
lizard, wasn't it?
Yeah, monitor, I guess.
Yeah.
no, you know what we're gonna get? We're gonna get the hippocampus telling us all about how it's crazy and looking for bottles, but we're not gonna understand it. It's gonna sound like a rip roaring Robin Williams number, but only for Tiki, and the rest of us are just gonna hear
I want that
Yep.
now. I want that real bad.
Mm-mm.
Next time in 2 weeks, I'll have this ready. No, I won't.
Please don't do that to yourself or us, honestly.
Hey, you don't know. It could be great.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it will be.
All right. Welcome to the suddenly very depressing cave. What do you want to do?
Go inside.
Okay.
I'm gonna be depressed in the cave, not outside the cave.
Which part is like underground? Which part is like the entrance to? Is it all? Are we all already underground?
I would assume this is where it starts going down, right?
Yes. This area around here is the flat outside of the cave. This is like sort of an overhang where they've cleared it out a little bit.
Okay.
And then but like in this part is all raised up to meet the road and be all even and easy to move carts along. And then these two little side pits are basically just bits where they've taken the dirt and moved it around from.
Okay. Thank you.
Hmm?
Do we need to start like initiative? So we know how to move and whatnot, or?
No, just you
Just
pick
move
your
till you
pick
stop
your
us,
order.
right?
Yeah, pick your order and head into the cave and let's see what we can find.
Moving here, running hand across the walls. As you go under the ground, Galatea's like demeanor shifts, and she like makes a special, especially noticeable. Like she's making contact with surfaces and trying to almost feel her way through things. And I guess I'll stop once I make it to this stairwell, going either up or down.
I have a question. We have light sources? Because I do not have dark vision.
I have a torch. Theros will have his torch
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess torches would be what does it, because Mirror does not have a light spell.
I mean, I have
Probably
a torch
not,
as well. So.
I can see in the dark.
I can as well, so sorry.
Okay, so we'll have Theros, who's up near the front with a torch, and me in the back with a torch.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
Sure. No, quick, run through while she's still loading all the monsters. We get to the end, we get the cutscene, we win. It's like
We
speedrunning
won't have to fight anything.
Sastasha.
Yeah.
If you don't get the tentacles a chance to spawn, they don't.
Just touch the Magitech transmitter. Okay. Well,
yeah, we
I
can
mean,
definitely cut off for here if you want to flesh it out a little bit. We don't have a problem with
It's a
that.
good,
we got the-
pause spot.
Yeah, and then next time we'll have Mirror as well.
Oh, and also, for the record, just for your upkeep, Michelle, I do not have dark vision. However, I do have blind sight 10 feet.
Yeah, you can feel your way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a great time, and then you let me make it sad.
Yes. Gonna burst out into the colors of the wind. Oh, it's gonna be very, very sad.
I am a spirit of nature. I don't know what you want from me. should be back in 2 weeks. There's another game that happens on this channel too, though.
Yeah. It's happening Friday. This upcoming Friday.
Hey,
So, I don't know.
I don't know what happened. Hey, 2 weeks from now is my birthday. Just
Michelle, did we lose audio for you?
I muted myself.
Mhm.
Man, this is so rough. Anyway, yes. As
Monty is
has said
saying
in chat,
30th.
it is the 30th. As long as nothing happens before then, we'll have a different game. It'll be our first episode on the 30th. I'm not DMing. Our friend who's not here right now, Monty, will be DMing with a couple of us and a couple of new guys. And it's gonna be super fun.
Look forward to a goblin voice.
Oh yeah. Ben's goblin voice sounds kind of like this.
Oh,
Come
yes.
on.
I'm pretty sure he's going to ruin his throat.
Yeah, that's a definite choice to be making.
Yep.
He needs to practice, do some vocal lessons before.
Yeah.
Just have some lemon tea, honey on the side. Just be ready.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for us today. We'll see you guys next time, and possibly in 2 Fridays. Bye.
See you, everybody.
Goodbye.
Everybody.